God, here we go. Can you hear us?
Is it live?
Yeah, we're live.
Hi.
I can hear us. Let me see.
Can everyone?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think you don't want this here so you can like...
It's okay.
Okay.
I can do it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I can make the window where you see yourself really small.
I know, it's weird to like see ourselves this close.
Yes.
But it's okay. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Bards and Crafts.
How do we sound? Does it sound okay? Because I am monitoring it live, but it sounds wild in my head because I'm also hearing it in my own head.
Do you want me to talk?
I can also hear you though.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sound is wonderful. Diet Coke, if that's tea to you, that's tea to you.
That's like
Put
Mormon tea.
Put
Mormon
it in
coffee.
a teacup. And it's the same thing. Excellent. Oh, I'm so happy other people are crafting too, because this is a very nice, like, I normally craft on a Saturday night. I don't like to normally go places on a Saturday night.
I don't go places.
So, since Hannah and I were gonna craft together anyways, we thought we would craft with everyone.
Yeah.
Did you tell people what we're doing?
I think I
On
did.
Discord?
But why don't you tell them again?
Yeah.
While I try to figure out how to make the text of the chat bigger because I'm blind.
Well, you can probably see, actually. Can you see this without the glare? There we go. This is my Mr.
Look at
Goodberry
that
drawing
beautiful
from Winter
boy.
Cameron. We also have behind us a Thinker drawing from Red. We have Hareem, Lord Hareem. We've been getting a lot of art recently. So Hannah got us some frames, and we wanted to add things to the frames to make them a little more magical, whimsical for the studio. So we're gonna be adding mushrooms, grass. I kind of want to do snake skin on one that maybe we can put some art in from the last campaign. But just to make them more fun so that we can start hanging up all the art people have sent in the studio, and it'll be behind everyone during the stream.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing in the chat that our sound is good. I guess we're not gonna be like screaming like the boys do.
No,
So,
I don't yell.
except at certain times. I was gonna turn on the air conditioner.
Yeah. I was like, wait, Lenore yells. I don't yell.
No. No yelling for me, please and
Can you
thank
silently
you.
open this and see how loud this is?
Drewby says, I'm not used to seeing Hannah's real hair on stream.
I feel like someone said that last time you did a Bards and Crafts too.
Hey, I do have real hair. It's not like... I just like wearing wigs because you can't tell right now because I brushed out the curls, but my hair is curly. And I don't want to sacrifice something to the gods every stream day that my curls will like behave. And my curls aren't as like... I think I've damaged my curls more than you because I've
Really?
dyed my hair for so long.
I dyed my hair for 6 years.
I've dyed my hair since high school.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and so my curls aren't as like beautifully like healed like Rachel's are. So
Okay.
sometimes I look like Medusa. When I lived with Drew, one time I came out of my bedroom and Drew was like, "Whoa," because I'd like gone to sleep with my hair wet and then my hair like curled, but then it's stuck in some places, and he was like, "Hannah."
We did talk about this. One, I think your curls are amazing when I have seen them out. But I think we talked about this the other week when we were doing the sound check, and I said how I went to the salon we go to, because we go to the same hair salon. That's where we're at. And if you don't go to the same salon as your friends, talk to them about it.
Yeah.
But I walked all the way there the other day at lunch. The woman felt my hair and recommended the conditioner for people with really damaged curly hair. And now I'm on that journey and I'm trying to repair it because it's not bad to dye your hair for so long. I miss dyeing my hair. I just wasn't doing it well and I wasn't doing all the other things I needed to be doing. So now this is actually Bards and Crafts and hair care.
Bards and Crafts and hair care. I'm pulling up pictures of mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's gonna give me the ugliest looking mushrooms.
I thought Rachel was scooping ice cream. I wish I was scooping ice cream. We should have brought ice cream for this. But we have some lovely air dry clay. We saw this on TikTok, I think.
Yeah, we discovered this
Yeah.
idea on TikTok by,
Crayola.
what's the creator's name? Because we should give her credit.
Yeah.
I personally follow her, and I think she, like, does series about how to find decor to make your home more whimsical or more themed around, like, a fandom
Yeah.
or something like that. And so, there was this one video of her doing this really, really cool picture frame. And what is the blonde on the right is kind of cute.
Kyle.
Who are you, sir?
Night.
Go away.
I can't.
Who are you?
I promise, Kyle. I'm not wearing my wedding ring because I'm doing clay and crafting, but Kyle and I are still married. Don't worry. Nothing has changed since Wednesday.
We were so worried.
I know.
What the hell was I doing on my phone?
You're gonna pull up the
Oh, yes.
TikTok creator? I'm gonna give Mr. Goodberry some grass and then like do the mushrooms, I think. But I also really want to do, for fans of Nightmare Crew, like a snake eating itself, which you know the word for, and I don't.
Ouroboros.
Thank you.
Oh god.
Every time.
Okay, here we go.
Time.
Mushroom picture frame.
Once you
Mushroom
take off your
frame.
wedding ring, you're legal
DIY.
nutmeg.
Yep, that's how it works. It is, okay,
Yep.
the TikTok creator is Mia the Home. It's Mia the Home Enthusiast, but I'll put her actual handle in chat so y'all can go check her out because she's
Really
great.
cute
You
video.
probably have seen her stuff, is my guess, because she's quite popular. Let me put it in chat.
Did you see? I think I sent it to you weeks ago, but it was on Instagram. So I'm not on TikTok. You can hate on me if you want. I see everything weeks later on Instagram. And then I send it to Hannah, and she's normally already seen it. However, I saw a bunch of stuff about like the whimsy gothic style, which I don't know if that's like what it's all
Whimsigoth?
like whimsigoth, and it was just kind of like combining the really dark, moody paint, like wall paint and like velvet furniture, but it's not like your house is like in all various shades of black and red. So it was kind of like combining that mushroom style, the mushroom vibe, I would say, with like really dark colors, lush tones, velvet, curtains, and like couches. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was kind of a vibe we would go for.
That's me, because I love wearing black and dark clothes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like my house to be that dark. I want my house to feel like you escaped to some like ethereal fairy spa with like hints of nerdiness.
Well, you also have to balance, because if you do too many dark colors, then like the room feels smaller, but if you do enough, you know, juxtaposed with, I don't know if juxtaposed is the right word, but if you do enough dark colors and then enough light or like accent things, it won't make the space feel smaller. And I have a hard time finding that, where that balance is.
Do you want to tell, wait,
What?
you gotta tell the story to everyone about going shopping with Woody
With
and
Woody?
Kyle when they first moved here, and the dumb thing
Oh, I
Woody
love
said
Woody.
with such confidence.
If you give me permission to, it's your actual sibling.
Out my brother, out his ass.
So it was like our second week moving to New York. We are in a Target, as you do when you have just moved somewhere, getting different things for all of our respective apartments. And I had only known Woody for a short amount of time. He and Kyle were roommates that prior summer, and we're moving in together. So they're shopping for stuff for their apartment. I'm shopping for stuff for mine. Kyle was trying to pick out curtains for his bedroom. And Woody, with so much confidence, is looking at him and pointing to these really dark blue curtains and was like, if you do these like really dark blue curtains, it'll make the room feel bigger. Mind you, we like just moved to New York City. Our rooms were like 7 by 10. And Woody is saying this, and I'm behind Woody looking at Kyle going,
No, please
don't do it. But he was so confident. It was so funny, and I didn't know until seeing all of his stuff. He also had dark blue everything, and I think that's just a phase in life you go through, and I'm also a huge fan of blue. But I was sitting there, you know, with my props and like set design, like set decorating experience, and I was just like, don't listen to him, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I just met this man. I think he's really cool, and I love Woody with all my heart. But I was just
Don't wanna
like,
hurt his
don't do
feelings."
it.
That's my brother. Wait, is he in the chat? Oh, he is in the chat.
Woody!
Hi, brother.
I've learned. It was one of like our first, not one of our first, like we had hung out a bit, but not a ton. And it's just something that like really sticks out in my brain. And I love how much, like, even though you guys had only been friends for a bit, how much Kyle valued your opinion. I thought it was really lovely, even though you were wrong.
But he said, I've learned. I've gotten better.
What color are your curtains now?
I will say, unless I had given him my old bedspread, which was a sage green, and we all have our sage green era because sage green is great, he would still have a navy blue bedspread.
Yes, you work your way up from blue to sage. I'm in like an olive green era.
Love that.
But I don't know what my next one is.
I will say Woody's favorite color is blue, to the point where we used to be gym buddies when we lived together, and we'd like go lift weights together, and I wouldn't wear my glasses because my face would get sweaty, my glasses would fall down my nose, and it was really annoying. And so I would just look for Woody because he was always dressed in all blue, head to toe, like blue shorts, blue shirt, blue shoes.
Yep.
And then one day he didn't wear those, and I couldn't find him in the gym.
That's so cute. That's stressful for you. It's not cute.
It was just funny because I think when I went up and found him, he was like, "Where have you been? Did you fall in the toilet or some shit like that?" And I said, "No, I couldn't find you because I'm blind."
Yeah. It's also like, there's moments in your life or certain activities you do where I call it your like cartoon character look.
Yeah.
I wear the same outfit to the gym every time.
Woody says, I appreciate that even with me not there, we can still have a shit on Woody section.
I feel like it's, for me, reflect on a really lovely memory from when we were first around each other. And that was before I knew how important Woody would become in our lives, and before he had introduced me to D&D.
And now look at him.
No.
Let's see. I'm just putting on music for us, and let us know if the music in the chat is too loud. This is the first time, I guess this is also the first time we're doing a stream like this, where it's like Bards and Crafts, but in person.
Yeah.
I'm using our fancy new soundboard. Yeah. You can tell
nice.
We're in the studio.
Yeah, because last time you did this was you and Will. I came down and said hi as like a study break.
You did, yes. And so you guys know, like, I hang a blanket between our rig setup for our mics, and I have like a thing hooked on the wall that I use for like, now I use it for like sound booth for recording audiobooks. And that's my backdrop. And then it's my computer, which is like right over here. And Rachel came in and saw me in like my little hovel of a recording studio for these Twitch lives. And I think you had to like squat on your knees or something.
I was studying. I think I was in my gym clothes. I've been studying, and I was like, I just want to say hi because I was sad that I couldn't be a part of it, and it was so nice that we were able to do this on a weekend, so that I could.
Yeah.
Because I'm on that 9-to-5 life now. Though I really do like how many art streams there are for people to like listen to during the workday, because it's just nice to have music and something happening.
It is. I love an art stream.
Well, I didn't know that they were such a big thing because I was so like not an internet kid, and everything I've learned about the internet and like Twitch and Discord and even YouTube has been since living in this Bards world.
Since living in this Bards world.
Dude, sorry, not so much.
Okay.
We all have our talents, Woody. You have shown us time and time again all your other incredible talents.
Reminds me of Matt Pat recording in his closet. I don't know who Matt Pat is, Hellhunter. You'll have to educate me. Love the vibes of this stream, by the way. I'm glad you do. This is like cozy. We do have a personal butler.
Yes.
Eventually, who will come down? Not yet, but
we'll have tea service at some point.
Yes. Like Downton Abbey, even though Rachel has not seen Downton Abbey.
I didn't realize I never told you that until yesterday when I had admitted that I'd never seen it. I just didn't get into it when it was a thing, and now it's one of those things like Grey's Anatomy where I'm like, am I too late to join this train?
I don't think so. I think at least the first few seasons are really nice.
Okay.
I was in college. I remember I was packing for my winter break of my freshman year of college, and I like binged the entire first season of Downton Abbey because my mom was like, when you come home, we could watch it together.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, have an activity with my mom.
Yep.
It was great.
Mine's watching The Bachelor or Bachelorette and making bets. That's what me and my mom do. Well, I'll make sheets of, betting when things will happen. I also have a friend who does, a betting pool based on who wins. That is my cozy family activity. And it used to be watching Survivor growing up, which now I've introduced Kyle to because of you guys and how many people are into. I've never seen Downton Abbey. Dreamy, still be my friend.
I think, but look, we get to experience it through Rachel's eyes when she eventually does watch it, and how exciting and satisfying that'll be for everyone who's already watched it.
Yeah, I'll give updates once I start. Right now, I'm trying to catch up because I'm garbage. I'm trying to catch up on the current Love is Blind before anything's spoiled for me. But I think I'm not currently going through an old show right now that's on my list because there's so many things that I hear all the time how amazing they are that I missed when it happened. And I missed all TV this summer. So I
guess you did.
I haven't watched
no TV for you.
Didn't watch anything. So I haven't seen Rings of Power yet, and I also haven't seen the most recent season of House of the Dragon.
Woody and I were just talking on the phone about Rings of Power is the horniest of the Lord of the Rings, and it's so good.
Really? I did not know that.
The people who are me, Tolkien purists, you know what? Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun, because it's still pretty good.
We know what you want. Don't pretend. Okay, I did my first layer of grass, and then after this dries a bit, I'm gonna do a
Rachel's, or D&D, or what? Dreamy Kind of Day says, gotta book another flight so we can have tea and scones and watch Downton.
I do drink tea now. I should get it.
Hey, yo. We have our, cute little, did you already show these?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I've got it, don't worry. Our cute little teacups that we're gonna drink tea out of.
It's such a nice vibe, too. I feel so bad. I spent most of my life on the, I don't drink tea. Tea is dirty water.
Tea's dirty dirt water. I mean, that's what coffee's just dirty bean water.
I know, but I like beans.
Wine is just grape water. Old grape water.
And I just feel bad now that I, have been drinking tea. I'm wow, I really missed out on this. It's really good.
Damn.
Yeah, so now I'm have to drink tea every night before bed. A ritual. It's just nice to have something that you do every day.
Mm-hmm. Heard.
And that you coffee in the morning, tea at night, magic mind in the middle of the day.
My ritual is I cry at 1:30.
Is it on your Google Calendar?
Yeah. Anybody else relate?
Stream ends.
I would say, as somebody who grew up in the service industry, though, best place to have a cry, and you can disagree if you want, the walk-in at a restaurant, because it's nice and cool in there.
So your eyes don't get puffy?
Yeah, and then your face doesn't feel so red and hot. My face always gets red and hot at anything.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place. When my parents finally retired their restaurants, I went and visited before it was over, and I went into the walk-in and took a picture of it.
Just to
commemorate. Yep, just to commemorate.
Oh, that's so funny.
I think it was the year anniversary recently of my parents retiring, and I sent that photo to them, and my mother was like, "You actually took this photo, you crazy woman."
It's important to you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't know. I do a walk-in moment. I do feel it depends on where you are. Anyone, I'm always just is someone going to actually walk in this moment? I also, since childhood, also being a restaurant kid, I had a deep fear of getting stuck in one.
Yes, I think we've talked about this.
Yeah. Deep fear of getting stuck in one. It has not happened. I don't think it will happen at this point in my life.
If you get stuck in one now,
I'm somewhere I shouldn't be.
You're some Batman level villain is on the other side of that door. Anna says, is the new season of Rings of Power actually worth watching though? Season 1 was so disappointing. I would say yes. I think season 2 is much better than season 1. I think they figure out a lot of pacing things. They dive more into the lore of stuff.
That's exciting.
the wigs are better. And the people, because I'm like a baby Tolkien fan. I think I read The Hobbit, or part of The Hobbit, and I'm currently reading Lord of the Rings for the first time. But like, the people who are more like hardcore Tolkien fans are saying like it's good and it's worth it. It's worth a watch.
It's exciting. I definitely like know that I want to. I just feel like a lot of times, depending on my headspace, I'm like, I'm just gonna do something for 20 minutes. Or I'm gonna rewatch an episode of JJK so I can cry about it. Or
that's what I do. I watch the final episode of the season with Sasha Velour in Drag Race, and I watch those final lip syncs, and that's if I need a good cry, that's what I watch.
That's what you do. I've been watching a lot of Drag Race accidentally because I can see it through my neighbor's windows. In case you doubted, we lived in New York. I can see into my neighbor's windows, and so I can watch TV with them because they have a giant TV.
But it's like German Drag Race.
It is German Drag Race.
Which I didn't realize that they were in Germany.
But they have the subtitles on, so I can watch it too.
Maybe they're trying to learn German. Do you think they speak German?
I don't know.
Should we go ask?
Haven't met them.
That's
a good way to make a friend.
Hell Hunter's off to bed. Love you, Hell Hunter. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. Ta-da! This is the bottom of my first mushroom.
I've barely started. That looks so good.
Well, we'll post photos when
my
they're
mushroom's
like done and dry.
Thick and chonky.
Well, I needed to let my grass dry, so I was like, I'll do the mushroom, and then I'll do like the second layer of grass. Eva, are you okay?
Yeah, she's just having a mo. She's rubbing on the rug. Evita, venga. Hey.
Oh, Stormy, I hope your test went well. Thank you. I think I saw that in the Discord, but like post it happening, and I meant to send you good vibes. I was thinking about you. I hope it went well. I am a big person with test anxiety, so you have my, oh, what's the word for it? Empathy or sympathy? I always get them confused.
Empathy.
You have my empathy.
Yeah. I really.
The Lenore art that was shared, and I'm like, I keep showing people who I like showed people at work, and I showed my sister and people who don't understand D&D, and I'm like, this is my character, and they're like, that doesn't look like you, and I'm like, yes, because she's in a scry, but this is also me.
This is me. It's your brainchild.
Oh, thank you, Kyle. Sympathy is when you have something similar. Empathy is understanding without your own experience.
Got him flipped. But yes, the definitions still stand.
Oh no, stream cut out for Anna and Stormy. Sorry.
Oh, click here to reload later. Ah. Says we're still live here.
Is it cut out video or audio or both?
Hello,
friends?
we're back. Can you see
Hello?
us? Okay.
I think the test could go well. Yeah, going to testing centers is so weird. Back to stream, and I can see them, but sound is out.
Can you hear us now? Hello?
Where's the commercial? Can you hear me now?
Oh no.
Oh shit. Yes or no, can you hear us?
Let's see. You keep vamping. Hello.
Oh yeah, I can keep talking in case you. Stormy.
Can you hear us now?
I don't have any sound.
Let's see.
Do we have any sound? Can you hear us? No. They can't hear us.
No.
No sound on Twitch, but YouTube is fine.
What the fuck?
It's always that.
It is currently, I'm looking at the Twitch website, something's happening with it because it
Yeah.
keeps buffering and
It's always Twitch, but YouTube is like set every time, in my opinion. Still a nope on Twitch. Bagel, how are
Hello?
you?
why the hell?
Oh, you can't hear me.
I mean, no, because this is on.
Oh, so we should be able to hear it.
No sound on Twitch, but YouTube is fine.
We love YouTube. Thank you for checking.
Is it a latency issue? Oh, I'm sure it is.
Can you hear
Report
us?
playback issue.
Can you hear us? That's my song. The Return of the Tech Gremlins. They never leave.
How did I don't know what I
no.
did. I really just think that Twitch shat its pants and then it figured it out.
Not the sound coming back on while I was...
Let me just
You can
do
tell
a
I'm not a
little live
professional
moment.
streamer. I was like, oh no, I'm being heard when I'm
Oh,
sitting in
no.
front of a camera and microphone.
We sound good now, everyone. YouTube can hear us. Twitch can hear
That was
us.
so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad it's back. Well, if you didn't hear, I said Stormy, I'm glad it went well. I also hate being at new testing centers. It's not cool, and I never can have a comfortable chair.
Oh no. I think that they designed those chairs
Yeah.
to keep you awake.
Oh, I guess so. But like, I don't know. It just makes me, you're more like aware of your body and how you're feeling when you're uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So then it's like less enjoyable. But I'm glad it went well. And it does appear to be working. I will not sing some more for you. Love you all. It's not this stream.
It's not.
I do find myself doing that thing where you like sing at the end of a sentence a little bit, more to like add emphasis than anything. But I have to stop myself because sometimes I accidentally start doing that at work.
Just like, but you have an office mate. What does your
I
office
don't
mate do?
I mean, she likes it. I think it's good because we were friends before being office mates. It's not like I'm singing on the train. You know, only one person can hear. It's okay.
Sometimes I think about like when you see that sketchy person on the train and you're like, do I act crazier than them?
Do I act crazier? I did
That
hum
is a
the other
strat.
day on the train.
Oh,
I was
you told
humming.
me about
Yeah.
that.
Because I was like, no one's gonna mess with you if you're humming. It is what it is. We don't have cars, we don't have those private spaces, and sometimes you can't wait till you get home. And anyone looking at you on the train has also probably cried on the train before.
Yep. Cried on the train whilst eating pizza in your pajamas. But I don't think you can, like, I wouldn't eat pizza anymore on the train. Like, it was a rare thing for me to eat on the train to begin with.
That's so fair.
But, like,
I've eaten on the train, like pre-pandemic, I would eat on the train when it was just like, I truly cannot wait to be home, like had been working for like 10 or 12 hours.
you said the
Is it going
sound
again?
cut out again?
No.
No.
Hey, Tangerine.
I don't know what is with Twitch. Oh God, that's not what we want to hear. That's an ad.
Why do you want to hear that? That's so funny.
You can hear us fine?
Oh,
Still-
good.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna design a logo? That's so cool. I feel like throw spaghetti at the wall, honestly. I had a paint professor because I went to school for theater, and I'd always like have a really hard time starting projects, and I would just kind of be standing there with my bamboo brush staring at it, and he would just walk by and go, "It's just paint. You can redo it. You can paint over it. You can get a new canvas." But I feel like sometimes it's so hard to just start something because you want it to be perfect.
Me with everything in life.
But it's like once you get started, it's like, this isn't permanent unless you're testing out a tattoo. But it's not permanent. You can change it. It doesn't have to be perfect on your first shot. And if it is, that's kind of scary. I'm a little concerned.
I'm a widow concerned.
We are making, I don't even know what to call it. We are adding clay to frames for the studio to add mushrooms, add some grass, we might add some snake scales to one so we can hang up all the amazing art that we've been getting.
Yeah.
And we might even need to get some art that's been shared printed, like digital art.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you have art and you want us to put it up, you can always mail it to us. We have a P.O. box. It is in our link tree, which I think you can find. I think if you put exclamation point links, maybe it'll come out. If not, I should add that chat command.
That's a good one. But also, it's on the Discord, right?
Yes, it's on Discord. It's on like the link in our Instagram bio. I think it's on our YouTube bio, on our Twitch bio.
Yeah. The information is out there.
Yeah, so on some of our platforms, it doesn't say like, here's our link tree. It says like, donate to World Central Kitchen because stop genocide. But it is actually the link tree
You can find
for everything. It's all of our links, including a link to donate to World Central Kitchen. Let's see. Did you answer Pip's question or did Pip come in late? What are y'all making? We're making mushroom frames. Yes, okay.
And then if we have time, I do want to do a snakeskin one, though I think that'll be kind of repetitive because I'm just going to use a little tool and go through. Do an Ouroboros.
Tangerine. Hi, Tangerine. She says, Hannah, your hair is getting so long.
It
is. Thank you. I grew it myself.
Are we both growing out our hair right now?
Yeah. Rachel and I, in like separate of each other, decided we're finished with our short hair. We want to grow it out because we miss like doing our hair. And we didn't realize we were both doing this until, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago.
Well, it's funny because since we, as I said earlier, go to the same hair salon, it's just like that we haven't gone, I feel bad for our stylist. We're not going. But
She's fine. She works at a very fancy hair salon.
Yeah, she's so good though. She's like healed my curly hair. But like I miss when I see people with like a long braid. And honestly, I think it was like your Sonove wig. Mm-hmm. I saw you like sitting there braiding your Sonove wig and I was like, I miss braiding my hair. I love the bob. The bob's been great and it's been a lot of fun for a long time. But I miss braiding my hair, like doing a little ballerina bun.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I think I want to grow it out. It's just hair. I can always cut it.
Yep. Yeah, I miss I see all these videos of the people with long hair who do like the leave-in like heatless curls with that wand.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, if that had been like a thing I'd known about when I had really long hair, it would have been over for these bitches. Just in terms of our stream, if it does go out, we're sorry. I think it's usually Streamlabs. I think it's Twitch this go around. Because if it's fine on YouTube, that means it's Twitch. Hopefully. Maybe it's just because there's too much hotness in this stream. There's too much hotness in this chat.
I was like, Twitch, why don't you like crafting? Why don't you want us to be in on a cozy Saturday night?
Stormy says, ironically, my hair is getting longer. I want to cut it off, but I really only trust my mom to cut it, and we didn't manage to get it done during summer break. Oh, bummer.
Aww.
There might be somebody at school who knows how to cut hair. People have like talents.
That's the time to do it. I used to cut my roommate's hair.
And Kyle's hair.
I did. I cut Kyle's hair very recently because I was like, that wasn't even college. That was like the past couple of years. I would cut Kyle's hair. So anytime someone, this was so long ago, like earlier on in the Nightmare Crew, when like someone would randomly be like, I like your hair, Kyle, in the chat, I'd be like, that was me.
That was my work. Tangerine says, my hair is crack length. I relate to that descriptor. That's hilarious.
Yes,
unit
I
of
agree
measurement.
With the cycle. It's so hard. Every time I see someone with a fierce bob, I'm like, oh no, I should get my bob cut again because I'm in that awkward grow out phase. But then I see like a really like fabulous high long ponytail. And I used to have that.
Yeah.
I used to do the pigtail braids. That was kind of like my thing for a long time.
What is that? Oh, that was Pip. Yeah. Good shot on that endless cycle. I did, during the pandemic, I did an undercut. I thought about shaving my head. My mom shaved her head.
I remember that.
Yeah, which was kind of fun for us kids to do, because...
You shaved it?
Yeah, we were out in the backyard. It was pretty fun.
That's so cool. The undercut, though, is, like, good for heat in the summer. That's my understanding.
Yeah. Like, I just have such thick hair. It was blissful, but then the grow out of it was not.
Yeah.
Which was when, it was actually 4 years ago that I cut all my hair off, because I cut it off on election day in 2020. Because I thought, you know what? Maybe if I cut off all my hair and I hate it, that will be the biggest issue in my life, not the presidential election.
You're and this year you're gonna be a poll worker.
Ayo. Yes, indeed.
It's not too late, depending on where you live. Places always need, I did it for the last election, and places just always need poll workers because so many people who are poll workers are older, they're retired, and so they're always looking for more people to learn how to do it. That's my shout out, to participate and help. And it's really fun because then you get to like meet everyone in your neighborhood who's coming to vote. It's kind of nice. And it's just nice to like be that smiling face to like tell people that it's important that they're there. You're gonna be great for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it feels very empowering. I'm excited. The reason I'm a poll worker is because Rachel was 4 years ago, and it inspired me to want to participate in my democracy in that way. Stormy says, I probably could find someone, but I have very thick hair, and it took so much trial and error at home that I don't know if I can do it outside of a salon. That's fair.
That's so fair.
I also have very thick hair, and I never hear the end of it when I go to salons, and I'm like, okay. But if I asked Rachel to cut my hair, I think you'd be the same way. You'd be like, oh my God, Hannah, you have so much hair.
It would just take a lot.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be used to it because my hair is curly, and so sometimes like deceptively has a lot of volume, but it's not very thick, it's very thin. So then like cutting it, when it was long, I cut it myself. I did not cut my bob myself. But when I had really long hair, I'd cut it myself, and it would be so fast. I remember the first time I tried to help someone with beautiful thick hair cut their hair, and I was like, I can't see the end of this. This is my life.
I'm gonna die here.
Mother of White Walkers.
Oh, hi, Mom. Saturday greetings. Mother of White Walkers is my mom, everyone, so you can say hi to her.
I miss you. I'm thinking of you.
I had a side shave at one point after I quit my job at Disney. Turns out my hair is too fine and light for that. I just looked like I had a bald patch. Oh no.
I'm sure it was probably really cute.
Yeah, we're all like our toughest critics.
That's so true.
Anna says she also oh no, I lost it. Where'd it go? Also chopped your hair off. But mostly because it
took so long to dry.
Yeah, heard.
I definitely feel that, like, as winter's happening, and so now when I wash my hair in the mornings and I'm leaving to go to work and it's starting to get a little cold, which I'm very excited about, my hair is still wet, and it's not even that long right now, so I know this is going to be an adjustment to get back to it.
Pip said that during the pandemic, my husband asked me to cut his hair, but I was so bad at it, we both swore never again. And then he just grew his hair out. Oh, because he has really long, beautiful hair.
That's so funny. But you tried.
Yeah, you know what? And you're not a professional. You didn't go to school. You were doing it for free.
That's how, so I said I like cut Kyle's hair for years. I watched YouTube videos and started cutting his hair during the pandemic when everything was closed. We had the reverse of that. Kyle, I let cut my bob once. And I love you, Kyle, if you're watching. And that was the only time.
The only time ever.
I looked like a Victorian boy.
Did I know you?
Yeah. I wore a hat for months because it was just so short because it like curled. So we cut it short, you know what I mean?
But didn't account for the curls.
And I always cut my hair wet. Thank you. I was a cute Victorian boy,
yes.
But it was so short. And I was also growing out my hair dye, so my hair was like half like sandy blonde, half brown. It was just a really interesting time. I think I made sure there's no photographic evidence of this period of my life.
Yeah, I haven't seen any photos of that.
Yeah, I just wore hats.
I don't remember this Victorian boy era, so if that makes you feel better.
Thank you. It's not my defining moment. I don't want it to be. Because then I had like a really nice bob after. And now we're doing this grow out, and hopefully I can like sit and braid my hair on the stream, match the nose.
Yeah. Victorian boy is a look, though. You go to the salon, give me Victorian child.
I want to look like I'm scared of the
look like
scared
I'm
child
you.
in the back of a painting.
Yes.
Like, you know, the really bad. I don't want to say bad, like it's just not my art style, but the really scary looking Victorian kids with like pets.
Yes.
That's like I love like bad medieval dogs and cats.
Oh, like the unicorns at the Met Cloisters.
I mean, the unicorns slap though.
Yeah, but you like look at them and you're like, not how you draw a horse.
It's not what a horse face looks like. That's so fair. Or like, it looks like they had never actually seen the creature, so it's kind of almost like human features on the animal. Yeah. Like, that's a little
Amazing.
too much for me. So I looked like I should belong in one of those paintings.
It's giving.
Look like they might try to steal your soul very in right now. Maybe I should go back to it. I'll Kyle chop my hair off. I'm trying to do one really big mushroom on this side.
Do it.
For Mr. Goodberry.
Do it. We're gonna make these mushrooms also pretty, not just like brown. They're gonna be like pretty colors because if they were brown, it would trigger my fear of zombies because of
Brown mushrooms?
just because of Not Until Dawn, the video game with the mushrooms that turn people into zombies.
I
Chat,
don't know
help
this.
me. They made a TV show about it.
Walking Dead?
No.
Because there's not mushrooms in that, but that's the only zombie TV show I've watched.
No, The Last of Us. That's what it's called.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that. I know, I haven't seen it.
Rachel.
I missed a lot while I was in school.
It's fair. You were on the equivalent of like a Mormon mission, but like you will love it.
I know, and it looks so good, and all the actors in it are amazing. And you've talked to me about some of the episodes before and just like the storytelling.
Oh, the storytelling.
So I know that I would love it. I just have not gotten around to it. The list is so long. I don't know where to begin.
Fair.
Okay, we're gonna do this really big one here. So we'll schedule a second Bards and Craft stream, because once this clay dries, it's not gonna be stuck to the frames. So we're gonna glue, once everything dries in a couple days, we'll glue it to the frames and then we'll do a painting stream.
Ayo.
So that everyone can continue to craft and use us as your excuse if you haven't had time to sit down and craft. Say, oh, I have to.
I must craft. It's the call to craft.
Yeah. You're just like, you know when you're invited to something and you want to say no, and like when you're a kid you look at your parents and you're like, oh, can I go over to Jessica's house? And that's me on the weekends. People are like, oh, are you free? And I'm like, I'm not. Just be like, sorry, I'm crafting with my friends Rachel and Hannah.
Yep, sorry, I've got a standing date. Did you do the little lines on the top of the mushroom too?
I didn't. I just kind of did almost, it's essentially a fingerprint texture. I just kind of left them like soft on top because I don't feel like there are lines on top.
Yeah, you're probably
Though
right.
these are fantasy mushrooms, they can be whatever they want.
You right.
I've only been looking at mushrooms a lot because once I finish my current embroidery project, has like a really big mushroom in it, and I'm trying to figure out how to approach it.
Oh.
And in what order.
Let's see. A YouTube channel called Dice Times did a Last of Us TTRPG, and it was so well done. I highly recommend it. Ooh. I think that would scare. Zombies scare me. Zombies are like my big fear.
You're like true, like you as Hannah, deepest fear?
Not deepest fear, that's tornadoes.
That's fair.
Because I never grew up around them, so I don't understand them. But like that fear of zombies, I don't know, that one gives me nightmares. I don't know why. I think I said this in our last stream. Like I was watching The Walking Dead and I'd have these awful vivid nightmares of zombies, and then I realized, oh, maybe I should just stop watching this show.
Especially before bed.
Yeah, I was in college.
Yep.
You know.
There's certain shows that I won't watch at night. Even though I do like scary stuff. Kind of. Kyle says I don't because I always say no to watching it, but it's because it's at night.
Yeah.
Just in case.
As a California to Midwest transplant, I relate to the tornado sentiment. Thank you, yes. Forest fire, even an earthquake. I'm like, it sucks, but you know what? When an earthquake happens, you just gotta like cope in the moment.
Did you have earthquakes?
Yeah.
I'm really bad, like, geographically with knowing. I know where tornadoes are generally. But I didn't think y'all had earthquakes.
Yeah, not a huge earthquake, but we had earthquakes, I remember. We wouldn't have earthquake drills, but we all had to like know what to do in an earthquake.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, actually, when we went back to run the restaurant for my parents, there were 2 earthquakes.
I remember this.
And I remember standing in the living room and I just like felt the ground roll, and I was like, our parents' backyard is like huge, and there's not a lot of trees, and so I was like, everybody outside, and we all run outside, and then Ava, my dog, couldn't care less. She's just lying on the couch, doesn't care. So I had to like run back inside and grab my baby.
But why would you cause so much trouble?
She was not concerned.
She's like, I know it's fine.
Pip says, okay, dinner calls, but I'll be back later. Have good dinner.
Enjoy.
I hope it's fills your tummy up.
Yeah, I remember because when y'all went back, a lot of us were scattered. Like different people went home or went to go like help family with stuff during the pandemic, and so there were like 7 of us on Zoom playing our home game.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And we were across so many different states too.
Yes.
Because one of our friends who played like went to go fix up someone's house.
Uh-huh.
Like we were all just in different places.
Hello, good sir.
Our tea service.
Hello. Watch out for the, step high.
Oh,
Hello, good sir.
Hello, world.
What's our...
Tis I.
Thank you.
You wanted what?
Ooh,
Ooh.
this one's for me. You
I'll
wanted
take
the
this
orange
one.
spice, right?
Wow, look at this service.
Yes, indeed.
This table
you.
service. Wow.
Thank you so
Of
much.
course. You guys
Thank
are
you,
doing
good
great.
sir.
Will you open my tea pack for me?
Yeah. So we're gonna put. Should I leave this here? Just in case we
Oh,
do?
Yeah,
yes, thank
yeah.
you. Maybe put it right
Thank
on the
you.
side. Look at our mushrooms.
Ooh.
They're going. Rachel's, of
amazing.
course, are better than mine because
That's
Rachel's
not
a
true.
professional.
Yours look fine.
Mine are just thick.
They're thick, boys. All the frames should be different.
You're right, you're right.
Everybody's seen.
Every
The
mushroom
Last
is
of Us.
different.
Whenever-
Mushrooms can get thick.
Yeah.
She was just talking about the last of
Yeah. Whenever I
Thank you.
craft with Rachel, I always get nervous because she was a professional. Thank
It's
you,
true.
good sir.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to chill and hang, or are you gonna go cuddle your fur babies?
I need to eat food. I haven't eaten dinner.
I had
Go
dinner
feed
without
yourself.
I'm
Kyle.
gonna go feed myself. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the tea.
Yeah,
Thanks
of
for
course.
the
You
tea.
guys are doing great.
Thank
I
you.
love you.
You're
Love
doing
you.
great, sweetie. Watch out for the stuff.
Sweetheart.
Bye.
Goodbye. Where's Ava?
I don't know.
No.
Thank you, Kyle.
She'll scratch at the
I'll let
door.
that,
Thank you, Kyle.
Steep. That's how I felt. I think I've told you about this. We have a friend who's a professional now. She's like runs a scenic shop, and she's absolutely one of the most talented people in the world. And we were in the same paint classes in college,
Mm-hmm.
and I would take great pains to make sure my stuff was not set up next to hers because I just couldn't look over and see what she was doing, and we were just at such different painting levels. Whereas
Uh-huh.
I was more like with props, I was more like carpentry, sculpting, and a lot of like MacGyvering things, not like straight painting. So we were in a faux finishing class, and we were doing fake marble, and mine just looked like squiggles. And I look over, and I was like, I feel like there's actual marble in the wall. She's so good at it.
Ugh.
She still does it to this day, but I had to move away from her because I was like, it's really just about. Well, that was for a grade. That was in college. We were in our theater degree. But for this, it's just like making something that you like and you're proud of. I think is important.
Yeah. And I feel like it's good to have hobbies. Like
Is
the people I meet who just talk about work,
mm-hmm.
like it's a little toxic.
Hobby.
Yeah.
Well, I also personally enjoy crafting a lot more now that it's not my job.
Mm.
I couldn't like come home and craft and enjoy it the same way when I was doing it for work, because then I was like, it has to be perfect. So it wasn't relaxing for me, and it's been really nice now that I'm not building things for a living to just do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because I would not have been able to enjoy this as much.
Chat, what are y'all doing with your weekend? I almost dipped this in my tea. We're gonna move that over there.
I don't think this is edible.
Not with that attitude.
I think it is edible, but we would be in the hospital later.
Mm.
I'll correct my statement.
Why are you here? The NYU lingo and people would be over my bullshit.
But they'd have to help us. We'd be like, sorry, we're just trying to make cool mushroom frames. Watch our show.
Let's see. Played D&D today, and besides that, just doing some projects around my house. I have Monday off. Hey, congrats! Is that for Indigenous Peoples Day? I don't know if you're in the U.S. You don't have to dox yourself, Tangerine, but I can't remember. Right.
Oh yes, a lot of people love Monday off. I'm so glad.
That's good. I should just see.
love
My brain goes like, I
that.
want it to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect.
I love
It's
that.
fine.
No, and look at that wonderful texture here with like the different ridges.
Uh-huh.
Like that a lot.
Thanks.
So, do you want it to be like mismatched and do like uneven?
I think so, yeah. I was gonna do
Yeah.
one that like maybe like swings out a little bit more.
That would be very cool. I'm trying to figure out what I want
Hi,
to do with this grass on the
LV.
bottom.
Let's see. I have about 6 hours of crafting behind me. Now going to bed. Oh,
my gosh,
have a
we
good
need to
sleep.
catch
Wow,
up.
6 hours. What were you doing for 6 hours?
I feel like I could do this for 6 hours, but I'd have to stop and eat.
Yeah, I have to pee.
This is really relaxing.
I don't know if you could hear it on the stream, but Ava did a sad little cry when Kyle left. Now she's in her dog bed. She's fine.
I am gonna either have to wash my hands at some point, or I will get clay on this beautiful teacup, and I will just make sure to clean it. Just so you know.
The clay will come off. It's clay. I recently became obsessed with the Marvel TV show Agatha all along, and I really want to be her for Halloween, so I've started a big sewing project making her blue coat. I haven't watched it yet. Rachel keeps telling me I need to watch it because it's
Oh my
gay
God.
and witchy.
It's so gay. It's so witchy. It's we just watched the most recent episode last night because obviously we can't watch. They come out on Wednesdays,
Oh,
so
I'm
we're
busy.
here.
I'm busy on those days. I don't know about you.
We're busy on Wednesdays. So we watched the most recent episode last night, and we're freaking out. And they're only like just over half an hour. You should definitely watch
Oh,
it.
that's nice. Yeah.
What fabric are you using to make her blue coat? I must know.
I must know. It's been a good year for witches. Like there are witches in Star Wars
In what
show in The Acolyte.
I still haven't watched that.
Oh. And there's witches in Wicked that's coming out, which actually looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
I think I want to go see
Actually,
that with my sister.
Looks like it's gonna slap, which I'm glad.
Yeah. Now I know it's gay. I guess I have to watch it. I think there was it was Aubrey Plaza on a red carpet interview. Someone was like, "I've heard this is the gayest Marvel show ever," and she said, "Yeah, that's what I signed up for."
In my contract, must be
It
gay.
had to be. And there's also like some occasional songs.
It's gay and they sing.
Yeah, and Patti LuPone.
Oh well, then yeah, of course it's
Yeah.
gay all around. Gay all around. If there
You
are
need to watch
witches
it.
singing, we're talking queer femmes here. Queer femmes.
You absolutely
Okay.
have to watch it. You love it.
I'll watch it. I watched 2 seasons of Survivor in 3 days.
How did you do that?
Like when I work, I'll just turn on Survivor because it's like the perfect thing to have on because you don't have to watch the screen to listen to the conversations.
That's so fair.
So yeah, I watched season 43 and 44, and now I started season 45. I will say seasons 41, 42, and 44 are great seasons. They're
I've still not watched
fantastic.
I'm very behind on Survivor. But I'm happy to like be getting back into it because it is something that was a big part of my childhood. The songs are so good. We were singing them yesterday around the apartment.
Do you think I could get this chody little piece of clay to like swing out like this?
I think so.
just need
You
to
just
prop
might
it
need to
up.
put like a good amount on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to use something to prop it up, you'd even just use these. Like, oh, those aren't thick enough. We could use John's elf ears.
They're technically mine. Let's
That's
see.
so true.
We'll rest it on the light remote. This clay's looking really flesh colored.
Ooh, Alpha asked, have you watched any Australian Survivor yet?
No, I haven't. Is it any good? I'm sure if you're suggesting it, I'm assuming it's good. Who hosts it? Because I will eventually run out of good Survivor seasons to watch. There's a couple seasons that I started to watch that were like, they were all in the jungle praying to Jesus. And like it was all white people and it was just really boring and not good gameplay. And I'm usually a completionist, but I couldn't do it. Couldn't finish them.
I understand that. I always get like very upset when I used to get very upset. I'm working on it when I couldn't finish things, and I've had to be like, why? My time is valuable, so why would I force myself to do something I don't want to do?
Yep.
My time
Very
is
true.
valuable.
Yep, and you respect yourself enough. I'm
Yeah.
gonna scroll up and see because I know other people were talking about their
Costume.
weekends, and I wanted to see what everybody said. Let's see.
So we have to ask when people would want a follow-up Bards of New York.
Yeah. Stormy says, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving, so if anyone asks me my plans, it's wicked.
It's wicked. Even if you were going home for Thanksgiving, take the whole family.
LV says, got my witch costume together today, except for the top. I need a school-friendly costume. Oh, yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, will you have like a school-friendly version and then like kind of like a more fun version for like any parties that you may go to?
Also, witches go to school, so like
Yeah.
they do need school
Was it,
outfits.
did anyone watch that? I think it was on HBO, and it was called The Worst Witch. Did anybody watch that? Did you?
No, I don't
It
know what
was-
this is.
It was just like a witch TV show about like girls going to witch school.
Oh!
I loved it.
No, I very much did not even hear about this. Because I probably would have watched it.
Elizabeth Joyso says, hi y'all, working on friendship bracelets for New York Comic Con. That's so fun.
Oh my god, which ones are you making?
Yeah. What do the friendship bracelets say?
Everyone who's crafting with us, though, should also post what they're doing. Post photos in the Discord under Arts and Crafts. And we'll look later when our hands are not dirty.
Yeah. Alpha says for the host of Australian Survivor, his name is, whoa,
What?
Jonathan, apologies for mispronouncing this, Lapalgia? Lapalgia?
Lapalgia?
Lapali...
It just depends.
Lapalgia? I probably...
You know say.
He's the brother of the actor that shows up in Law and Order and stuff. He's a good replacement for Jeff. That's great. It'd be hard to live up to, like, Jeff Probst.
He's
'cause-
iconic.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's built this from the ground up.
He has it planned
tall
for many
order.
more seasons, too.
Yeah, it's his life. I listened to their
Yeah.
podcast on Fire, and I'm like, wow, it's almost like he's like part of this cult that is Survivor. And I think he'd probably agree.
I mean, he created the cult. The show was like his idea, right? And it didn't get greenlit for a
It was
while?
not his idea. It was somebody
Someone
else's
else?
idea. But he was
Oh.
the one who was asked to be the host.
Right.
He talks about it in one of the episodes on the podcast about like how he got the job.
That then defined a generation.
Yep, the generation.
The rest of his life.
LV says parties require me to leave my house.
I feel this. I feel
Yeah,
this deeply.
understood. My girl wants out. Hold on.
This grass is not doing what I want, but I think I'll be able to fix it with paint.
You just want to see if you can do it?
She just wanted to make sure no one was on the other side of the door.
There. Okay. She can come in and out now.
She wants Kyle to come back.
She like cried and was starting to talk to Kyle the other day because I was up at Rachel's and we were crafting and I was doing my nails and you were crafting
Yeah.
and Kyle came home from work and Ava like kind of like chuffed and then like and went over to Kyle. She was very excited to see him.
It was really cute. Because Ava's the sweetest dog known to man, as you all know.
Mm-hmm.
Having her come up and be around our cats, I think, is a very good introduction to dogs for our cats who don't know what to make of Ava. So they all just kind of sit like 5 feet away from each other, looking at each other,
It's great.
which is better than them being upset.
Yeah, true.
They're just confused.
They're just confused.
I'd rather them be confused than freaking out. Okay, so yeah, this grass is not doing what I wanted to do. I think we'll be able to fix it with paint.
Oh yeah. No, I think with some paint and like some gold accents, it'll look great.
Yes. You're so right. Just giving it the texture is enough for right now.
Yep.
But we've got the 2 mushrooms on one side. Show it. And the giant big boy on the other.
That's gonna look so cute.
I'm really excited about it. I also just like, I've had this Mr. Goodberry on my wall ever since Winter sent it. And I'm excited for everyone else to get to see him all the time too.
Yeah. He deserves all the love.
Yeah, I miss him.
This is what I'm currently waiting to
He's more buff
to firm up right now. I want everyone to see what obscene thing I've made on the frame.
Once you put the
It's so, I just looked at it on camera. Oh no.
once you put the mushroom fan on it, it'll be really
Jump scare.
different.
Jesus.
So funny.
Oh no. I didn't realize it looked that bad.
Thank you, Kyle, for this tea.
Oh my god.
Once you put the fan on it, you also, if you wanted, could add like a
second
like
one.
mini, like a second.
Yeah, that will make it look less dick shaped. Ay.
What I could do is I could add mushrooms to Hareem Lord Hareem, or I can start my snake.
Ooh.
I know.
Should we ask the chat?
Yeah. I have a frame. I want to get some art from Nightmare Crew painted. So I was gonna do the
Ouroboros. Like, you know Aura Borealis?
Yes.
It's Aura.
I've heard of her.
Boris.
An
It's not spelled the same.
Ouroboros.
It's not spelled the same way, but like the pronunciation is very
Is it
similar.
similar? Yeah, so I can start a snake pattern, a scale pattern on a frame, or I can do like more mushrooms on Hareem Lord Hareem. Well, I can leave the mushrooms for you though, because at some point you'll be done with this.
Some point. I didn't take my ADHD meds today, so so I'm like distracted by every little thing of the tactile of just like, it's really nice.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live, folks.
What is your tea of choice?
Mine is today. It's usually English breakfast, Twinings, but right now it's Bigelow Oranges by Herbal Tea because I don't have any more decaf Twinings English breakfast.
I do like a lavender relaxing tea before I go to bed. During the day, I really like ginger or lemon ginger tea. This, I'm trying something new, is a chamomile, honey and vanilla.
Was that in the tea box or was that one of yours?
It was in the tea box.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, because I forgot to bring one down. Lemon ginger tea.
Nice. Would you mind handing me the teapot, my lady?
Yes. Would you like me to pour it for
Oh,
you?
yes, thank you very much.
It felt so nice having Kyle
I know.
pour tea for us. I feel like that's gonna be what I expect.
Thank you very
now in my
much.
life. Not that it's not already happening. Kyle makes my coffee every morning, I will say.
That's sweet.
We take turns making tea. It's kind of one of those things, like, you know how you do it to your siblings? Where they get up to get something, and before they sit back down, you're like, oh, since you're up.
Yes. Thank you. Woody always would get so mad at me, and I'm like, but you're already up.
You're standing.
And maybe it's an older sibling thing? I don't know. Woody just,
Yeah.
because Woody will do it to Miles, but he won't often do it to me unless Woody will like put on his little baby voice. And he'll be like, Hannah, can you do this for me?
Would you please?
Please, sister.
That's so funny.
Maybe it's an older sibling thing. I don't know.
I
Chat.
don't know.
Do you also do this to your younger siblings, or do you do this to your older siblings?
We were talking beforehand about how fun it is, since we're both older sisters, to then be playing an older sister and a younger sister. And it's just very enjoyable because I think there are those distinct things that no matter where you live, you do this to your siblings.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh yeah.
so do this. Brothers be like that.
There was one moment during one stream, and I haven't told you this yet, where JB, I think it's Kyle, because like I as Snow cut off Lenore, and Kyle as JB, I think was just trying to like be respectful to you, Rachel, and he like chimed in, and I almost was like, I'm talking to my sister. You do not chime in, and I had to like
temper that.
Yeah, but I was like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
okay,
so funny.
well. Yep, it does feel like a sister relationship because my reaction was to be like, shut up. This is between me and my sister, not you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's very funny to like get to do that. We were talking a bit about before, like do that in like a safe way and like disagree as siblings in like a safe way, and it's kind of fun because we can navigate these things differently at this stage in our life than we did when we were younger.
Yep.
But I think we're playing people that are obviously different place of life than we actually are.
Sonoma and I are exactly alike.
This is an autobiography.
Oh God, no. I love her, but no.
I'm not sure I've ever done that. Oh, try it out.
Yeah, just be like, just while you're up.
While you're up.
You wanna grab me this?
Well, and so I do it to
Or
Kyle,
can you put this in the
too.
sink for me while you're up?
I do it to Kyle, who's an only child, so he didn't grow up with someone every time he moved asking him to do something. But my sister, I would almost be like, you know, if you're like chilling before bed, once you're teenagers, you're allowed to have smartphones, and you're just like hanging out in the same room as your sibling, and it's almost like I'm waiting to see who's gonna get up first, so I will outlast you.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to get up and get water or get up and get a snack. I'm gonna wait for you to stand and then immediately ask you to do it.
Yep.
I didn't think it was an oldest sibling thing though. I thought everyone did that. My little...
So did I thought Woody was just
No,
like not
buddy.
taking an opportunity when he saw one.
Right. I'm glad your buddy's Tangerine. That makes me happy.
I didn't know
Barging into each other's rooms. Yup.
Hi.
An excuse I'm not familiar with the new house. That's so fair. You can't possibly find stuff, so you have to ask someone else to do it. Why would you? Hey, Ava. Oh, Ava.
My lady.
I
Oh, here, I'll set up a chair so she can sit, so everyone can see her too.
You know, I love you.
She
So
just
much.
wants-
I can't pet you right
She just
now.
wants to be included.
I really wish I could pet you right now, my love.
She just wants to be part of it.
Siblings messing with each other for no reason. Yep. Because why wouldn't you? They're like your best allies and best enemies.
There you go. You're right there with us. You want to be in my lap. Okay. Okay.
I'm also really excited for in the future, hopefully. Obviously, we don't know, but I would like for Lenore and Sinope to be allies rather than like tentatively newly acquainted. You know what I mean? Because like your
Me too.
siblings are the enemies you fight with, but they are also the people that are always there for you. Because they have to be.
Yep. No, they'll get there eventually, but it's just how they get there and what happens before that.
If only we could play more than once a week.
Or I guess I should say my hope is they'll get there.
My hope is they'll get there.
I'm not going to pre-plan too
We
much.
can't. That's what's so like. There's so many things I don't know and you don't know about each other and about what's going to happen. And Will's like playing 5D chess with
Yep.
us.
I really think like it is all he thinks about. Besides, like,
Yeah,
except for when he needs to hit his marks and his stuff for 20-sided tavern. I think he's
that's
just
true. He lives in Regulus
yeah.
when he's not. All right, we got in a good amount.
Well,
started.
now what does this look like?
There we
It's,
go.
like, better. It's not as. I'm still working. I'm still working.
It's just the. It's the color.
It's the
and
fleshy
it's the-
smoothness.
Yeah.
The fleshy smoothness.
Not that kind of stream.
This is not Bards After Dark.
Which we need to do at some point again. But thankfully everyone's been able to play. How do I want to do this? Do I want the scales? That's not how I want to do it. And that's the thing about clay. We just get it wet and try again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to worry about it too much.
I took as you know, I took a college pottery class in high
Mhm.
school. And we had like all these different assignments we had to fill in order to pass the class. And one of them was like just making like a piece that you wanted to make for yourself. It was just like, you know, kind of like the freestyle piece. And I think you had to like showcase different skills. So I made a mushroom and a fairy sitting on top of it reading a book.
I love that.
And I think I gave it to my mom. But the kid next to me made a vase, quote unquote. And this was when did I graduate college? I was a sophomore, so this was in like 2010.
Okay.
And this kid made a quote unquote vase, fully a bong. And we're in Idaho. And the instructor did not know how to like tell him no, and so we just let him make a. So every day I go to school, and this dude was just like lovingly crafting from clay this bong.
Wow. Good for him, I guess.
Let's see. Hannah, are we the exact same age? I don't know, Tangerine. Are we? How old are you?
Are we the same person?
Are we the same person?
Are you on the stream right now? Am I in New York?
Alpha asks, any idea when Drew might appear again in the campaign?
Not soon enough for my
Yeah,
heart.
not soon enough. We miss him. He's dealing with some stuff. He's taking care of real life things.
He'll be back.
We're talking to him though. But it's more on his timeline on when he's got everything squared away and he could come back. But I miss him. Anytime I make a TikTok with him in it, I miss him.
His reactions to everything. I can't pick what I want to use to do this. I'm just gonna get clay on my phone, it's fine. Reminds me of how my life used to be. I need to look at scales.
Scales.
Yeah. It's like as soon
I'm a
as
snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a slithery little snaky snake.
As soon as I like start to do something, I immediately forget what it looks like.
Oh, Tangerine, I'm not 35, I'm 30 though. So we probably would have gone to high school. I just said I was a sophomore in high school when I took that class. But it was a college class. I don't know why that detail was important. It's my brain. That's how I like remember things. Because it felt like it felt like a college class. Like it was difficult.
Better memory than me. I could use.
Let's see. We miss him immensely, hoping all is well. We will pass along the sentiment unless he's in chat. Yeah. You're my baby brother's age then. Cute.
I love that. Okay. We're gonna try
My
some-
grandmother, who lived to the age of like 97, 98, always said that.
Oh my god.
And she had a major stroke. She still lived that long, baby. She always said age is a state of mind. And I really, really feel that. And I watch Ava, who is going to be turning 11 in a month.
Crazy.
And age is a state of mind, baby.
Okay.
Because Ava does not act like an 11-year-old dog.
No, everyone always thinks she's a puppy.
I told her she has to live forever.
Yeah. That was a given, Ava. I feel that way with Boots and Ari. Though, I will say, I was trying to sleep in. It's a nice Saturday. Boots screaming. Screaming bloody murder. He was just
like for food.
Yeah. Because I get up so early during the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I like never wanted to be like, wow, I can't get up this early on the weekend. I'm gonna get an automatic feeder. But this morning, I thought about it.
Then he'll scream at the automatic feeder, which is better.
That's so true, but it won't be in my ear.
Yep.
It's just a number.
My family friend's dog named Moose was a working livestock guard dog, and he lived to 14. Oh, that's a great name for a dog, too. Would confuse the hell out of people at the dog park in the most delightful way.
No, that's not how I want to do it either. I can't decide. We're figuring out the snake. If anyone has any advice.
Any ideas about how to do the clay snake? Please throw them into chat.
I'm having a hard time with like what looks like a scale to me. I almost feel like if I had like a mesh thing to like lay over it as like a print rather
like how they
than
do in
doing this-
makeup.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or like, I don't have fishnets. Fishnets also could work.
Yes. But rather than doing this by hand, I think they're doing it by hand and it being uneven, but
Oh.
snake scale should be uneven.
And Tangerine just said, do you have any kind of mesh or fishnets on hand?
I wish I did.
Unfortunately. This is a cozy stream, not a sexy stream, Tangerine.
Get it together. No, I appreciate that. I think I just need to pick a tool, commit to the bit,
the beautiful thing is that if you don't like it, we can just toss it.
Exactly.
And do something else.
And I keep switching like what direction I'm going to see if it's like that's what's bothering my brain. Is it the direction? Or is it the lines? Let's try this. Mushrooms were better. Mushrooms were better for me.
I don't know how you feel, or how you feel, chat, about naming animals. I love like a whimsical name for an animal.
Yeah.
I did not name Ava. My youngest brother, Miles, named Ava. So I got to name his dog, which I named Rosalind after the Shakespeare character.
I didn't know you named Roz.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm like really into like whimsical or like name after a book character or something. My mother, she raises chickens, and she names her chickens after like real life people. And so you'll have a chicken named like Ruth, and a chicken named like Harriet. And it's usually like famous women in history, which is kind of whimsical.
I
but
do like that.
But like sometimes I'm like, Mom, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Why are we yelling?
Why is the
Harriet?
chicken named Gladys? Or
I
there was
love
one
that.
there was one chicken she had named Henrietta, but she would call it Hank.
Oh, I love that so much.
And I guess it is whimsical. It's just like not my kind of whimsy.
Yeah.
She named 2 chickens because they were like the same kind of chicken but different colors, Thelma and Louise.
The same kind of chicken but different colors. Okay, I'm here now.
Mhm.
That's so cute though. We growing up, this is so silly. So when I was really little, like your first pets are really your parents' pets that they had before you.
Uh-huh.
So my parents had a cat and a dog named Snickers and Camden. Unfortunately, after a certain amount of time, those animals passed away, and we begged for another dog, another cat. At a certain point, we like are old enough to be like aware of those things, you know what I mean? So we're taking the Humane Society, we adopt a cat. I was told that I could name it, and so I named the cat Snickers.
I think that's a great name for a cat.
It is, but like, same name as the previous cat. And then we get a dog, and my sister names the dog Camden.
Camden?
Yeah, which was the name, Camden Yards.
Oh, okay. I
Baseball
was like,
stadium.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's just like a human name.
I never knew that until like one day we were yelling for our dog, and a human boy responded, and I was like, this is a pet name. That's not a human name.
My grandmother had like wiener dogs, like dachshunds, and she would name them all Noni. There was like
all the
Noni
same
1,
name?
Noni 2, yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh.
No, it was just so silly though, because then I got older and I was like, why did you let us name that's the same name as the old ones, as if like we were children and we were like, oh, all dogs are named Camden, all cats are named Snickers.
All dogs are named. Yeah, I mean, it checks out.
Yeah.
Let's see. I named my familiar my game from Orlando from As You Like It. Oh, we match. Cute.
That's really fun.
I had, what does this say?
My-
We have 3 chickens called Dennis, Olga or Olya, and Jasmine. I named one as I had just seen Aladdin. See, that's good. Like,
Perfect.
yeah, that makes sense.
Our cat Ari is named after Ari from Name of the Wind, for our friends of that.
A
Fancy.
dragon called Cat said my best friend's rabbit is named Loki. He's all black with gigantic feet and loves to shit in the fireplace. Yeah,
Oh.
chickens, they just love to be a nuisance, in my opinion. We had a chicken who knew how to use the doggy door when I was growing up, and it understood where we kept the chicken scratch. And so if the doggy door like swung open, the chicken would like hurry in, and you wouldn't notice it first. And then all of a sudden you'd look over and there would be a chicken standing on the kitchen counter, and you'd be like, oh no.
That's incredible.
And we had 3 orange cats at different times, all named Sunshine. See, that's great.
Aww.
My parents raised chickens for eggs and named them all after chicken dishes. That's funny. That is funny.
Specifics.
When we first got chickens, I wanted to name them all after dinosaur names because chickens are dinosaurs, you know? My mother did not like that. She was like, no.
It's not cute.
Yeah.
It has to be women.
She's like, it must be cuntier.
Okay, I finally have found the tool that I'm going to use. It was the oval one right in front of me this whole time.
See, my mom had chickens at one point and named them all after Disney characters. My favorite were Cinderella, who was white with ashy spots, and Maleficent, who was black with shiny iridescent feathers. That's fun.
Ooh.
It's like your own little version of Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah. Which you have been recommending as a good game.
Yeah, you know, I got it for free, and I just was like, you know what, I need this. I want to play a video game right now. Couldn't play the Xbox, and so I was like, I'll play it on my Switch, and it's actually a pretty good game.
It's a cozy game.
Yeah, it scratches a different itch for me than Stardew Valley.
Okay.
Because like Disney Dreamlight Valley is easy.
Okay.
Stardew Valley is punishing.
I didn't know.
It can be very punishing.
Not when I was a kid. I also had a dwarf hamster named Gimli. That's so good. These are good names.
Yeah, Tangerine, it can be punishing. Like when you go like do the combat and stuff.
Wait, there's
Yeah.
combat.
Yeah, there's combat.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game.
There's only so many cabbages I can harvest before I want to go slice something up with my sword.
That's crazy. I did not expect that.
Oh my gosh, wait. The Pied Piper said their chicken names. Ready?
Okay.
These are great.
Thank you.
Nugget, tikka masala, apricot, and butter. I thought you were gonna be like over easy. This is great. Those are great names.
Fabulous.
Hi Pip, welcome back. I hope dinner was good. I love combat in Stardew. It's my favorite part. It is. It's fun, but it's also like it feels like those old video games where they weren't gonna just like give you the win. You had to actually work for it. Which in a cozy game, sometimes I want it to be cozy, sometimes I don't. Which I think Stardew is really nice because you can have both of those.
Is it intuitive?
What do you mean?
Like, is it a game where, because I didn't grow up playing video games, so when I like learn games and the controls or like the certain things you're supposed to look for, or like how to do not just button smashing
It's
in combat, I'm like, is it like this makes sense on how it works?
I would think so, chat. You can disagree with me if you want. It's pretty easy. I would say it's not super complicated like some video games.
Yeah.
You can play Baldur's Gate and it is not as complicated as Baldur's Gate.
Fabulous. But what I like about Baldur's Gate, like why I don't do video games with combat, is because of how quick they are.
Mm-hmm.
So like the turn-based D&D style combat in Baldur's Gate was chef's kiss
that
for
is
me.
nice.
I was like, yep, I can do this because I can think about it. It's the fast like duck and jump and like having to do multiple things in combat does not work for me.
And I think what's beautiful about Stardew is that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you can just build a cute little farm and marry one of the villagers.
You can get married.
Yeah.
That's
You can date literally all the dateable villagers at the same time, and if you do, I think there's like a special cutscene you can get where they all confront you.
about your relationship.
Yeah.
That's so great. Oh, I really like that. Cause yeah, I need a game where I can opt out of things because like in Zelda, I would be playing and what are they? It's almost like they're like not centaurs, but it's like half man, half horse, but then they have horns and they're very scary and horrible. I'm trying to remember who they are.
I've never played Zelda.
I really like Zelda, but then I get to certain amounts of combat and I would just run as fast as I could out of their area. Because I couldn't do it, or Kyle would come home and I'd hand it to him and I'd be like, can you fight this thing so I can keep going? Yes, I need to get the new Zelda game because you actually are Zelda, you're not Link.
Wait, who's saying that?
Ryan.
Oh, you're looking at the different chat. Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I need to get it. I forgot that it came out, I think last weekend? And I think it'd be really fun. I remember when Kyle first showed me a Zelda game, and I was like, what do you mean you're not Zelda? I've spent my whole life assuming that.
It was Zelda.
Vix Draws is here.
Hello, hello.
And Anna's going to bed. It was cozy hanging out
sweet
here.
dreams.
Thanks, Anna.
I know it's really late or early where you are, technically.
Oh.
Let's see. Pip says it's deaf against the clock in Stardew Valley because it's 2 a.m. and you're toast. Yeah, if you're still awake at 2 a.m., you pass out, you lose some of your stuff in your inventory, and then you wake up and it's like, I found you. The mayor's like, I found you here.
What?
Yeah.
You have to go to bed. They don't encourage an all-nighter.
And Tangerine says Stardew has a bit of a learning curve in terms of controls, but it's easy enough to pick up.
Okay.
You're a lawyer. You could
Thank
do
you.
it.
I have no hand-eye coordination. I close my eyes when things are thrown at me. Like,
Or when Boots comes at you.
I'm a lawyer. I'm good at reading and writing.
Oh well.
Sometimes speaking to other humans.
Vic says, Hannah, you're wearing my hat. I'm honored. I am wearing your hat.
It's such a good hat, too.
Yeah, go check out Top Down Tabletop, our lovely friends. I also like it because if I wear it on the subway, nobody fucks with me. Because most people are like, Eldritch, she's a witch.
She is a witch. You are a witch,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, we're making a lot of progress here. And same thing, when we paint this, I will feel better about the skills.
Let's see. I'm stressed enough IRL. I don't need to also be stressed by a video game. Oh, I feel that so hard.
I said that?
Yeah, it should be relaxing.
Yes.
It can be challenging, but if I'm like getting frustrated, sometimes when I hear the boys play Destiny, I'm like, is this fun for you?
Yeah, it seems really difficult. But I like that they all play together.
Yes, that is cute.
But it's not for me. Unless I've convinced Kyle to play Overcooked.
Only chefs.
Only I used to call it Only Cooks.
Only cooks, that's right.
Because I couldn't remember the name.
Only cooks.
Didn't we post on the Discord something about if we hit a certain amount of followers, Kyle would play Only
it was,
Cooked?
I think it was, on our podcast. Like,
It's the podcast.
Yeah.
We need more subscribers on the podcast, and then we'll do a Bards After Dark Only Cooks.
okay, I'm going for a walk, but gonna have you in my ear for a bit. Ooh. Hi, Vix. I hope you have a good walk. Be safe. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, don't have the volume too loud. Depending on where you live, be aware of your surroundings. I a lot of times do like headphones in, but with nothing playing. It's just so that people don't think I'm open to conversation.
Yeah.
You can handle fighting in Stardew Valley. Thank you. I can. I like the stress in Overcooked.
Then you could handle Stardew
I yell out
Valley.
the orders. Like, that's my thing. I yell out the orders.
So your job is to stress out Kyle.
Yes.
I think I've played Overcooked with you once, but I was not in the room. We were like over Zoom or something.
Yes. Different if you're on a couch with me.
And I think I was also chaotic because I just started throwing things across.
Yep. This sounds familiar. It's just so fun though. And I don't know why. I think when I'm stressed in life and I do the Overcooked stress, it's because like you have to be so focused.
Yeah.
I can't think about anything else but like what goes in this salad or that like the pasta is burning. And it's kind of nice.
You go right there. My leg was falling asleep. Okay, bye. She'll come back.
She can't hang.
You can come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Good girl. Hey, sit. No rude
They
swimmer.
almost broke up while playing it. That's so
Okay, right there.
You know, it's really all about communication skills, and I feel like that's where you're gonna test that out. So I hope it was helpful for them.
Hi, sweet girl.
Do you want to craft? Can they see her? Yes, she looks so cute. Eva.
Nouveau.
When she sat in my lap for part of the stream on Wednesday, it was the first time I think she sat with me during the stream, and I felt so loved.
Well, she usually ditches us for my roommate, but she was,
You're hanging out.
yeah.
She's really interested in the clay, but you can't eat it. Whenever I craft, like I was embroidering the other day laying on the couch to like relax. I was just doing a vine for this project I'm working on, and my littlest cat came up and curled up on my chest, but then kept trying to bite the thread, which is very understandable. But I was just so happy that we were cuddling because I'd missed her all day. So I just was like fighting for my life trying to embroider with my hands up over her.
Oh,
with
did your arms fall asleep?
No, but at a certain point I like moved, you know, because I couldn't handle it. So then she ran away as if it was my fault that this was happening. That we were in that predicament. The things we do.
Let's see, Vic says, actually my headset is dead. Gonna go for a walk in 15 minutes. What are we making here? We're decorating frames for all the art everyone sent us.
Mushrooms.
We saw this really cool TikTok where you make your frames more whimsical. And so we'll decorate these frames, and then on another Bards and Crafts, we'll have a like a painting sesh for them after they've dried. And then we'll hang it all in the studio.
Probably can't see this. I'm trying to do snake scales. I also am trying to think of, like, other than mushrooms. Mushrooms, I think, are the most whimsical and are having a moment right now.
Yes,
Do you agree?
Yes, they are. I'm also reading what Tangerine just said to me in the chat, and I'm aware, Tangerine, that these look like penises.
We know.
It's a process.
Trust the process. It's the journey. Behind on episodes.
Do you want me to read it out loud to you?
Drive. She did that. YouTube's being funky. I had to tell her there was a podcast and I was on Spotify. That's so fair though, because sometimes you're introduced to something, Stormy, on like one platform, and my brain is like, this only exists in this format.
Yeah. Not anymore. Everything is a podcast, is a video, is a YouTube video, is a short, is a reel, is a...
Oh my god. Well, I also though, I think sometimes with older people or people who are unfamiliar with streaming, when explaining this or like being like, oh, Kyle does this D&D thing, I just say podcast. Because everyone knows what a podcast is.
Yeah.
But different people don't understand streaming as well.
Yeah, or like what Twitch is.
Yes. I mean, I didn't know what Twitch is until you started streaming.
Beattown, we're decorating frames for all of the art that people have sent in so we can put them in our studio but make them look cute. So they're not just like boring IKEA frames.
Oh no. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna post the video of like what inspired this in our Discord so you all can see it.
Yes, Pip. As soon as you say podcast, everyone and their mother knows what a podcast is. Yep. And it's just so much easier. And though people understand like YouTube videos, so I could say like, oh, it's a thing on YouTube, but for some reason, just depending on who you're talking to be like, it's a live thing, it's on Twitch, it's on YouTube. Not everyone gets it, but everyone knows what a podcast is.
Yeah.
And it's cool listening in podcast form, but it is, and it's not a bad thing, but it is that you guys are so expressive.
Yes.
And
so are you.
That's fair. I am a part of this now.
I didn't use it as a cover, but there was like a shot of one of the most recent TikToks where Rachel opens her mouth so wide.
I could have.
And I was like, I didn't know she could open her mouth this wide. And so I sent it to her and I was like, can I use this as a cover? We ended up not using it.
No.
But I was like, whoa.
I'm reactive. I think I had to put my face in my shirt a couple times last, or I'll cover my face with a fan when I'm just so overwhelmed. I do the prayer hands, the like focus of what's about to happen.
Yep.
There's just too many shocking things going on every time. I also was, I don't think it's a spoiler to say, like, so I wasn't able to play the other week. So Lenore went off on a whole little thing. But to figure out, obviously the week was very busy, like what kind of happened during that time. So Will and I did
a text campaign.
Yeah, like a text campaign session of like, he was like, this is where Lenore is, this is what she sees, this is what's happening, this is what's presented to her. Mm-hmm. And we're doing it via text. And I was on the train and I full on like gasp, hand over my mouth, standing there looking at my phone.
Was somebody on the train like,
and the guy directly across from me kind of looked at me and I'm like, I'm fine.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
And it was the first time I've done that, because I know y'all have done that before. Mm-hmm. But it's the first time I've ever experienced that, so it was really cool, rather than just being told, like, this is what happened to you.
Yeah, you got to kind of, like, it felt like you had more agency in it.
Yeah, because the other times that Lenore's dipped, it hasn't been a need for a lot of choice, or it's just been like, you see this and you're brought back, and this was an extended period of time, so it was really cool to still get to make those choices. And we will see the repercussions.
The repercussions.
At some point. It was really fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know Pip is doing, I know that you're currently doing a text campaign with Aaron for the Star Wars thing.
Oh.
I just don't have time to do it too, but I've heard it's really good. Is it still going on? Why
That's
am
very
I?
Cool.
I don't know if you could. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm insane.
It's all about angles and lighting.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. These are gonna be such good mushrooms.
They better be the time I'm taking on them. Jesus.
We will post up close images of them when they're dry.
Yes.
Since they're gonna be a little, and then we'll have a hanging day where we put them on all the wall.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting less
Yeah.
shaped.
I see it.
We see the vision.
I see the vision.
It's always worse before it gets better.
And it's about the journey. If it looked like a finished product when you started, there would be no art process.
Oh, I'm also in a text campaign that Vix is running. Ooh.
I didn't know that this was such a thing. I've been missing out on.
I guess it's it's like a shared story. It's like a little shared, you're just writing it instead of doing it in the moment.
Right.
That is
so
fun.
Cool. Oh, I like that for all the times that I was like, oh, I can't play D&D, I don't have time. I could have been doing this. I'm so upset. Not at you guys. Thank you for telling me.
Let's see if I missed anything. No, we're good. We're caught up to chat, I think, basically.
Yeah. Tricks you into writing every day. That's so true.
Yeah, that when I did the campaign with Dreamy for the Feywild, like where you write love letters and stuff, my writing was so good. I was like, oh, I am a good writer. I just haven't been doing it. And it was so nice to like do it every week and have that like practice.
That is nice.
Yeah, and it was fun to write little letters to your friends, get little love letters from your friends.
Well, it's nice to know, like, because storytelling is a thing that transfers, whether it's verbal or written. You just don't know if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not good at it, you just aren't actively in it.
Yeah. Tangerine said, oh, what is this? Maybe I could do the Doctor Who inspired campaign I'm cooking up that way. Ooh.
That's exciting. I still have not seen Doctor Who, though, but I know what it's about.
Have you seen, yeah, I'm sure you've seen, like, clips, right, or episodes?
Never an episode.
Really?
No, yeah.
I have not seen them all. I've just seen random episodes because I was more of a Supernatural girly, but,
When we started living together, Kyle showed me Supernatural, and I loved it, and I'm so sad that I wasn't watching it when it was happening. But I don't think you have to be, specifically one or the other. I feel like it's definitely
you
transfers.
When it was coming out, there was like this fandom called, was it Super Wholock? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, where it was like Smallville, right? And that was a super, and then Doctor Who, or was it? I don't remember.
The crossover of those fandoms?
Yeah, it was like Doctor Who, the one that we were just Carry On My Wayward Weird Son.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Oh, so Super Wholock. Yeah, okay. Well,
Carry
no,
On My
Sherlock.
Wayward Son. That's so
Sherlock.
fair.
Okay. Again, I say I did not take my ADHD meds.
But like, no other show is that the song you think of.
Yes. No, of course not. Oh no, I broke it off.
The one actor from it, also, I'm obsessed with his house, not in a weird way. It's on, they did like an Architectural Digest video tour of it and how it was built and all the design that went into it. I'm not like, I personally
You found where you
found
live.
this man's house. I love seeing stuff like that. I think Tan France recently did one and I need to watch it.
And it's home in Salt Lake?
I think so. They like, or they did like some type of documentary about how it was made. And it's just really nice when you live in a pre-war apartment in New York to see other people's beautiful homes.
That's like Trixie Motel Drag Me Home. She bought like a $3 million house and like renovated it. It's really nice. It's also just nice to watch drag queens do HGTV.
Oh, I can only imagine. I'll add that to the list.
Yeah. What does the top, like the inside of these kinds of mushrooms look like?
The top part?
Not like this, probably.
Maybe not like that. Like if you just put some in that crevice
Yeah.
and smooth out the top. But I feel like it is kind of like that, almost like
Smooth.
soft or like smoothish. I used the side of the pointed, this one. I used this and just kind of rolled it on this to give it a bit of like very light fuzzy texture. No one will ever be able to see it but me.
How did you do it?
I just took this on the side and just rolled
Ooh,
it.
I'm gonna do that.
No one will see it but us, but
Makes it look less fleshy.
yes.
Thank you.
It was like too smooth from the water.
Stormy says, I'm about to make y'all feel so old. I heard of the Super Hulock era on Tumblr, but I was most certainly not on the internet at the time, so I found out about it way later. That's okay.
That's so fine. It's not your fault.
It was quite an era, though.
I also like did not, as I said earlier, grow up on the internet, so I found out about everything way later too, even though I could have known about it. And I'm still not super on the internet other than Discord. It's my internet, it's all I need. I'm gonna take this
Sorry.
from you.
Yeah, please go for it. Shanks bought a mini print of him for me when we were at the GeekCon convention thing from a local artist. Oh, a mini print of who? I lost who it was.
How are you
Oh,
keeping
10th
your,
Doctor.
How are you keeping your hands so clean?
I don't know.
Huh.
I've worked with clay a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. It was not my medium. I'm so mad. I literally have like clay dust all over my joggers.
I
don't
mean,
know
I
how.
do too.
I almost didn't wear my meat ski shirt because I was worried about getting them dirty.
That's the beauty of clay, though, is that it'll come off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like paint where it'll.
When we do
you
the
know.
paint stuff, we'll wear paint clothes.
Yep. When we do paint, I'll wear a bikini. Just kidding. That's only if we hit 10,000 on YouTube by the end of the year, and it will be a hot tub
Big
stream.
goal.
Were you here for that when I said that out loud?
I don't think I was.
Yeah,
Was that the
it
week
was
when
just-
I was off?
One of those things where I just said it.
And then it's out there.
It's out there. It's on the
Yeah.
internet. So if it happens, I have to do it.
That's so funny. I mean, I think you could. I'm not your lawyer. I think you could go back on that.
It's about integrity. I said I'd do it.
It's the ethics of the hot tub stream.
This is why I am usually a 50-50 split between Slytherin and Gryffindor. This is why I know I'm truly a Gryffindor, because I'll do that dumb thing.
Because you said you would.
I'll shake the seltzer bottle and open it on stream. Like a fucking psycho.
Oh my god. I'm a Slytherin, I will say. I've always been a Slytherin. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think
No.
Slytherins pick and choose what is important to them, so it doesn't always line up with everyone else.
Some of my favorite people are Slytherin. That crowdsourced book with no true author.
Yeah. We're just very lucky that we just found it.
Yep. So glad we discovered it. Like the golden plates that Joseph Smith discovered for the LDS Church. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot. I've been watching a lot of cult documentaries, and I grew up. A lot of my family is Mormon, and so I've been watching a lot of cult documentaries about that. So it's been on my mind because I don't know if you know.
Study?
Yeah, it's character study. I also unwind watching cult documentaries because it feels really affirming. Because I'm like, oh, I did kind of experience like a version of this, a very like light version of this, but I did experience it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's kind of like my version of like those people who listen to My Favorite Murder. I watch these cult documentaries because then I can like track cult, like I can clock cult leaders better. I'm like, oh, you're talking like a cult
You're
leader.
preparing?
Yes. Where people who listen to My Favorite Murder and murder podcasts are always like, oh, I like it because it keeps me like I'm more aware of what like could happen, and so I'm like more
Okay.
on guard, and I'm like, cool, that's what I do with cult documentaries.
Interesting. It is a good character study. I like documentaries depending on what they are about conspiracy theories. One of my favorite documentaries is the Netflix one Behind the Curve about flat earthers.
I've not watched it.
It's incredible in a lot of ways. Especially the title, Behind the Curve.
Behind
It's
the
just
Curve.
like such a good
LOL.
It's just such a good and I literally saw a trailer yesterday for a different documentary Netflix is doing about conspiracy theory, and I can't remember what it is. I'll have to find it.
Oh, the last good one that's been put out has been Love Has Won, The Cult of Mother God. That's if you like cult documentaries and you want to watch one where there's no like sexual assault happening, because most cults are about that, and that's sad. But if you want to watch one that doesn't have any of that, and that is all consenting adults just being cuckoo bananas, and the cult, like the producers of the documentary did such a good job with the storytelling.
Perfect timing. I came because I saw Crafts, but now I'm staying.
Hi, Amara. Welcome.
Conversation about cults and shit. You know, how long have we been doing this? We didn't get to it until now. It's been a long time that we've been here and we didn't.
Usually, it does come up more often in my life, typically.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in the preparation for Snow, I remember months ago you were like, I've been watching so many crime documentaries. And I was very happy for you, but I was also like, I don't know if this is good.
It was great.
Because stuff that, like, depending on when it is, it kind of freaks me out. It's like how I said about scary stuff. I don't watch it before bed.
Yeah.
Because it's scary to me, like, how easy it is for a cult to form, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I think
and for you
about
not
it.
to realize it's a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is real life. Like, when I watched the Behind the Curve, I didn't realize how many people were on this. And now I'm afraid.
Even better, at one point I wrote a lot of hot Sauron fanfic, and then Rings of Power sort of made my middle school dream come true. That's what I'm saying. Rings of Power.
Good for you.
This is not a spoiler, but they're like, what if Sauron and Galadriel kind of wanted to fuck?
Oh my god, I'm so excited to watch it.
Because there is, and
Tension?
And Tolkien fans who are much more versed in the lore, correct me if I'm wrong, there is like a line that I think Galadriel says about how like Sauron has sought her for like ever, basically.
Oh.
And so it's like the showrunners of Rings of Power took that line and they were like, why? Let's explore that. Like,
Oh, I love that.
why does this line exist? Let's explain why it exists.
Give it a reason.
And like, is it manipulation? Are they like drawn to? I think it's like both. But I would love to know your take on it, because it is fascinating. Sauron is like the gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss queen.
Because I think you said that in a TikTok comment recently. I said it at work the other day. I said, sure, like gaslight, girl boss if you want. But
Yes.
so is the whole phrase gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
I want to make sure I'm accurate. So I'm adding the thing this was missing. This texture on the side of the tools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going over it with it. This is what it was missing for me. Use all parts of your tool.
I keep wanting to dip my tool in my tea.
Please no. We'll end the stream and go to the hospital.
I mean, Galadriel is hot, the writers. LOL.
They're like, we guess it makes sense. It was probably romantic.
Sauron is the ultimate, like, I can fix him, you cannot.
But Daddy, I love him.
Yep. He is, yep.
That's you and A-list to me. I can fix her.
I can fix her. I love that power fantasy story. I can fix them. They're a monster, but not with me.
Not with me. They're nice to me. Well, because I feel like in most movies or books you read that, like, it is fixable.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they write it. They're like, yep, it works. Will that work out here? I don't know.
Dunno. Oh, maybe I
We'll
should.
find out.
I can't have this curl too much, I realize, because this will be up against a wall. Hannah, you dummy.
Oh, yeah. It's not dry yet.
No, so I'm going to set it on the table, because I wasn't setting it on the table, and then I realized. Hannah.
It'll be flat.
Hannah.
Well, that's why I had to put the frame and the art back in my mushroom one, because I knew it was going to go over it, and I needed to know where.
We did remedy the mushroom problem, though. Tangerine, thank you. It no longer looks like a penis. Oh. Well, this part
I
looks
love how
fun.
many there are.
I know. It's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be great. And we're gonna try and hang it so that it's visible around everyone's heads.
Oh, Rachel, that's another reason you should watch Rings of Power. The costuming is
Really good.
decadent.
I
It's decadent. Jeff Bezos was like, take all my money and just go wild.
Oh, it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know if I realized that.
It is worth it for the like the sets and the costumes, and like all of the actors are acting. There's not one moment where I'm like, I don't really believe you. Like there's some child actors in the first season where you're like, but then they get better.
Okay.
But they're children, they get a pass.
They're children.
Yeah.
We can only do so much.
But yeah, the costume, the wigs. I don't know, the guy who plays Elrond, I don't know in the second season if that's his real hair. He was blessed. His curls are beautiful. Gotta sleep now. This was fun. Love the vibes of the cozy co-working crafting stream. Love you, Lua. Sweet dreams.
Bye.
We'll do this again. I'm glad this was so successful even with Twitch crapping themselves.
I know. I'm just glad it was able to happen.
I haven't seen the show, but I need everything Sauron wears. Yeah, his outfits are pretty fire. Pretty fire. They're the Eregion cloaks that all the soldiers wear, where it's that like teal ombre color. Ooh, it's good. It's just so lovely.
I also don't feel like I've seen stills or photos of these costumes because I don't know what you're talking about.
You should look them up because they are like decadent is the best way to describe it.
Okay. I do like that.
And like the stuff in Numenor, which is like these men who have been blessed by the elves to have like long life and whatnot, they're like their clothing's like kind of like Grecian inspired, but still fantasy.
Ooh.
It's gorgeous.
I love a Greek-inspired outfit. Like togas and stuff, or like gold.
Kind
and,
of like the draping. The draping is very. You're like, this
Mm.
feels like their Pinterest board is full of Greek style draping.
Yeah. That's cool.
I would love like an episode, maybe there exists, chat, let me know, of like the costumes and how they did it, because it's gorgeous.
Behind the scenes explanation. I was gonna say, I feel like HBO is the channel that does a lot of those like, here's how we did it directly after a show.
Yeah.
And I would appreciate it for stuff, because they did it with Game of Thrones, and I would appreciate it for stuff with this amount of work put into it.
To celebrate all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I would like it.
It's not easy to do it.
Oh.
Tangerine says, I actually can't wait now to spend my whole weekend watching this and reawakening my inner nerd. Ooh, I hope you love it, because it's great. The first season's a little slow, but just like enjoy the vibes. And they're like laying down some lore. You're getting to know this world that they're making.
You said the second season's better?
Second season fucks.
Okay.
Pip says, okay, running over to my channel now for our stream, but have fun. This was incredibly cozy. I hope you do it again. Thanks, Pip. Have a good stream. Are you playing or are you doing art? If you've left, it's fine. Go take care of yourself.
I don't know if we should take a poll on when we do the painting stream to figure out when's a good time to do it. Because I do like how cozy it is, and it's also nice that it's getting colder, so it's actually really perfect temperature in here.
Yeah.
Like, I feel cozy.
Just in chat today, but Mark is running our death arena. Oh, that's so fun.
What is that?
It's basically like a battle royale every year that they do. Yeah, it's really cool. Maybe we'll come raid y'all.
Wow.
If you're still streaming when we're done.
Rachel, what's the strategy here?
A frame that looks like it's covered in snakeskin?
Well, I'm trying to give it kind of an edge. It's a never-ending loop of snakeskin, and my dream is to print out some like Callias Nightmare Crew art to put in it. Or if anyone wants to send us stuff. But a lot of things I realize people do is the digital art that they share.
Mm-hmm.
So we can totally get that printed.
We do live very close,
Obscenely close to Staples.
Yeah.
Though they don't, weird, gets me every time, they don't print photos. Or like they don't have like separate photo printing. You know what I mean? Like a CVS or something.
Uh-huh. Weird.
Yeah, so it's like a little different in quality. And I forget every time. But we can get things printed. Strategy on this was snakeskin. I don't know what else I like wanna do in the future. This is something I'm very interested in doing to like all frames, because now I'm gonna find all of my frames very boring.
I know. This is so fun.
But I think, like, I was like, for Lord Hareem, I feel like it should still be mushrooms, but it would also be cool to find a way to do like jellyfish.
Can you explain?
That's the end of my thought. Like, hear me out. No, hold on.
Okay, I'm
gonna
here. I'm sat. Go for it.
Let me get the frame and I'll try and explain. Oh, Ava, could you hand me Hareem? Okay. So my thought is, it doesn't make sense. The woodland creature, right? Mr. Goodberry. We have grass, we have mushrooms. Thinker, we have mushrooms. It makes sense.
Sure, yeah.
Hippo.
Chat, if you have ideas, let us know.
So my thought was just like, it'd be cool to do like, and because it has such a mat, like a wide mat around it, I was like, you do a jellyfish up here with like the little tentacles hanging down, or like whatever they're called on jellyfish.
Okay.
It's not a tentacle, it's like a...
What are they called?
Where's Kyle when I need him?
Yeah,
he
Kyle's
always knows the words.
He's the facts man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I understand what you're saying. I mean, that would look cute.
Does...
It has nothing to do with Hareem, but I do love it.
It was because hippos are in water.
Because hippos are...
And so I thought
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yes, and I feel like it's the same vibe of the mushrooms. Jellyfish are the same vibe for me, of like mushrooms on land, jellyfish in the ocean. Same vibe. Completely same vibe.
They are
to
the
me.
same.
Okay, Tangerine has an idea. Help me, Tangerine.
Maybe some goopy looking stuff and then paint it yellow goldish for Welby Farms honey. That would be like do a little honey jar or something that's like here and like the honey's like, I don't know.
Oh, actually, yeah, that would be very funny.
Or like honeycomb.
Honeycomb?
Yeah.
Ooh, colorful marbles around the outside of it.
Hungry hippo style. Or that's cute too.
That's actually very funny. Honey and berries. That could be kind of fun. Do a honey pot.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna look up
save the jellyfish because I feel like that we can use that for one frame at some point. I do love the logic was cause water.
Yeah. There's probably more connections like in my brain that were made, and those are the only ones I can articulate.
That's
and
fine.
Normally when I go like, you know, when you jump like A to E like that, and it's like, what was all the in between? That me explaining that is not my forte, which is why playing Lenore, being bad at explaining things, is very easy for me.
I think you play Lenore because you're quite good at explaining things, I would say.
Thank you.
But
things that I'm like
playing
knowledgeable
Lenore,
about.
yes, you playing Lenore is I'm quite impressed by your ability to be like, she's not good at explaining things, so I'm not going to explain it well.
My thought process behind that too was because even it's not like she's not smart. She's very wise. Like her wisdom and stuff is high, especially for spellcasting. But like she's been alone for so long, so she's just not good at articulating things to other people. It's all here.
She's like, I understand, so that's it.
Yeah.
Job done.
Like, and I thought it was so funny because it was something I was aware of that I was doing intentionally. I've always been doing intentionally, but then I think this past week when Sano was just like, you're not giving any details, and that's why it's hard to believe you. I was like, yeah, that makes total sense because like you just know everything in your head, so when you're explaining, you're just doing those big ticket items.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yep, that's it.
Let's see. Somebody said lily pad. Someone said a pipe or cigar at the bottom corner.
Lily pads.
Cool.
Also, because that would stick out. Say that's more the same vibe as a mushroom.
As a mushroom? Doesn't have to. I mean, it just has to be whimsical. That's what we're just
whimsical.
going for whimsy in all things.
Flower.
Whimsy in all things.
That's the vibe. Well, now it's gonna be so. I will love doing any bards and crafts, but I definitely will always want to do this.
Yeah, this is fun.
This will be my first choice.
I'm just going to say I was sent some more gods to add to the tree that have not been revealed yet. But so at one point we'll have to do that again too.
That was very fun.
I'm not allowed to say any more than that, but our family tree will expand at some point.
That's actually very exciting. Cute frog would be sweet, not easy to sculpt. That was probably beyond me at this moment in time. But I will aspire.
I feel like you could sculpt a frog. I believe you.
I need to see a frog. I need a frog live. I need a live
live
model.
frog.
I can't do this from a photo. It's not possible. Aw, thanks for your belief in me. It's been a long time since she did this as a job.
You got it. You still got it. When I went with Rachel and her friend Mackenzie, who built our table for us, they like went into professional mode, and I felt so, not in a bad way. I was just like, this is not my circus.
You just hadn't. I also
And,
think
like-
you hadn't seen us in a shop.
Yeah, and like I worked in the shop in college, but you guys are professionals, and it was abundantly clear. I did not know what I was doing in the way that you all knew what you were doing.
But you were so helpful. Because I think it's a skill to say, like, I'm capable of learning.
Yeah. Or like,
You know?
tell me when I'm doing something wrong. Or
Yep.
Totally fine
I
to
can
be
take
corrected.
this information and I can learn from it. Like, anytime I applied for jobs that I had no experience in, and they're just like, oh, you've never done this before. And I was like, I know, but like, I am a good learner. And if
Yeah.
you show me something, I will get it.
Mhm.
And I'll work on it.
Wait, did you use this to make the texture?
I use that on the snakeskin to make the
Ooh.
texture, but I feel like you could use it on that for like a cool
Do
little.
you like that?
I was just using this. Even though it's not really a texture, it just kind of gave it that like soft, not smoothed by hand look. I don't know. Trying to figure out how big to make this lily pad. Us Rachels do have to stick together.
All right, I feel like this is enough for this frame.
Oh, I love it.
We just gotta make it look less fleshy.
What color do you... Paint will help with this. What color do you want to paint the mushrooms when we do that?
I don't know. The original video, the blue and the gold,
blue.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
But if this is going to be for Thinker, maybe like a light green, because Thinker is kind of green.
Cool. Green would be cool.
And then like gold accents, I think. I don't know, chat, what do you think?
For Mr. Goodberry, I'd probably want to do like a lavender.
That'd be so pretty.
I think it'd be nice. We'll have to look at the paints that we have too.
Let's see. Let's see what this is. Okay. Earthy green and brown with bronze accents. That's a good shout.
Ooh, yeah.
Probably won't do brown just because I can't handle mushrooms that are real because I'm afraid of zombies. But
Valid
the
fears,
earthy green.
valid fears. The earthy green could be good with like a little bit of brown, like wash in some places, like in the shadowing maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the blue and the gold was very whimsical. I really liked that video. And you make some flower petals. Very quick.
I'm just gonna do like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna freeball it, and we're gonna. Eventually, it'll look good.
This is so unplanned, and that's what's been so fun about it. I think.
All right, mushies.
Wasn't Thinker bronze? Well, in the wow, is suit the right word? Nightmare on Crew so long ago.
I don't know what color Thinker, like
Yeah.
the suit of Thinker was. We'll have to ask John. I can't remember what the description was.
And the art we have isn't in color.
No, when we because when we'd use the mini, it was like a little silver, like that's why we called him bucket, because it was like two boxes on top of each other. And for some reason, we were like, it's a bucket. I don't know. Like his mini was just like a silver little robot.
Yeah. That's so true. And also, so there was a period of time where because of school, I wasn't able to watch the stream very often, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember coming back after not being able to watch for a while, and I kept hearing everyone say bucket, and I was like, Kyle,
Who?
who's like, how many, is this another NPC? Like, how many people
Let me
are
grab
playing?
this.
Yeah.
I've gotten that on the YouTube comments where they're like, who the hell is Bucket?
Yep. It was very unclear, I'm not gonna lie.
Would you like more water?
No, I got clay in my tea.
Oh no! Rip.
I had a good amount of it beforehand, but yeah, it has to. I had to say goodbye.
I know the art, he was silver, but he was often described as bronze in the early days. I don't know. We'll have to ask.
We're casual fans.
Yeah. All the knowledge that I've retained, I don't remember what color he is.
Well, there's so much. That was also 3 years of your life.
yeah.
But John wasn't in it for the first year.
Yeah, he was still in school.
Yeah. It's just hard to remember it, not explain to the audience, I think. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know actually where the origination of Bucket happened. It was just Woody just started calling him that at one point.
And I thought it was a whole other character.
No, it's just how, like, sometimes I don't think you get to choose the nicknames you're given. Like, you can choose whether or not you want them once somebody, like, gives you it. Like, not a lot of people call you Rach. There's only a few
Kyle.
people who do. But, like, sometimes when it's, like, Bucket, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, because sometimes you take on a nickname and then you introduce people to yourself as that.
Yeah.
But, like, I've never... a true name. I've never been a big nickname person. Because I didn't like the sound of, like, the siege.
The sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's grown on me, though. But that's why I only calls me.
I don't love it when people call me Hannah Banana.
That's why I exclusively call my sister Hannah.
I've had one friend in grad school who wouldn't call me Hannah Banana, would just call me Banana. And she's the only person who's ever called me that. And I was like, I'm fine with this for some reason. Like, this doesn't bother me.
Welcome, Metamorph. Well, that's why, so especially now, obviously with context, it is easy to know who I am speaking about. But at home, I say Hannah for you when I'm talking to Kyle, and I say Hannah Banana to clearly be like, I'm speaking about.
Yeah. Because when you say
My
Hannah
sister.
Banana, sometimes I have to go, that's the other Hannah?
I'm not
Okay.
talking about you.
Well, no, I know now, but sometimes my brain goes, huh?
Yep. Nickname variants. Oh, yeah. Thinker being Bucket, JB being Elevane. Well, that
Is his real name.
is something Kyle chose, not the DM. I don't know if he's talked about that, though. We haven't had a Bards After Dark since Dark Age started, right?
We had one, like, the very beginning. But we mostly talked about, like, character creation stuff, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's his true name. I'm so upset because, like, I, as Rachel, have gotten to see that happen, but Lenore hasn't gotten to see him do it. Like, be Elevane. Eventually. We'll fight something. Probably next episode.
How are my fellow legends doing? Hello, Metamorpher. Welcome to the stream. There are nicknames other people might use, but they're family or close friends. Everyone else gets to use the full thing.
So fair.
Nice, good, yeah. Yeah, there's only a few people who use my middle names. I don't know about you. Does anyone use your middle name?
No. No. Never. Most people don't even know it. I like hung up my diploma and I haven't put it on a wall yet, but it's in a frame like on the floor in my office. And someone walked in the other day and was like, "That's your middle name?" And I'm like, well, yeah, but also like, why would you know it?
Yeah.
Because it's not, it is, I will say in the South, there's a lot of people, if they have like a short first and middle name, it's just kind of one of those things.
Yeah. I had a friend from Alabama who was Kevin Ryan.
Yep.
And we would never call him just Kevin. That was not his name. It was Kevin Ryan.
Rachel, people have not invited to use that nickname for me. Oh, that's tough. I always like would tell people, I'm like, oh, it's Rachel.
It's Rachel. Just
Like,
Rachel.
no one else is on that level that they can use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a name with a lot of nicknames.
It's not. Want me to call you R Money?
No, thank you.
Your Honor?
Your Honor. Even worse, I'll get in trouble for impersonating a judge. Yeah, and then your Aquacore. Oh no. It hasn't caught on yet, Tangerine. I'm so sorry. Oh, did Sanov ask JB?
Yes, Sonova asked JB about, because she had heard Aluvain a couple times in reference to him, and so she asked, like, what do you want us to call you?
Respectful.
Didn't ask where does Aluvain come from, because Sonova's not that smart.
And wasn't that the name that was called out during the, like, putting the teams together all the way at the beginning?
Yeah.
Copper Legion?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna need to let these little petals that I'm making, like, dry and keep their shape, and then I think glue them in place later on the lily pad before we paint.
Smart.
Because if I put them there now, they will not stay. So we're just gonna stack them up.
That's fair.
I also love Sanova and JB's friendship.
I do too. It's
really
nice.
It's really sweet. I also love both of your accents. Unbiased.
Unbiased. No, I think Kyle's accent work is really good for JB.
It helps with the, like, I like the juxtaposition of the, like, looks. Oh, you said it. You explained it to me the other day. It's the, like, looks like a cinnamon roll or doesn't look like a cinnamon roll thing.
Where it looks like a cinnamon roll could kill you. Looks like a cinnamon roll is a cinnamon roll. Looks like they could kill you is a cinnamon roll. Looks like they could kill you could kill you. That's like the meme.
Yeah.
I probably did it out of order, but I think John broke it down on who is what for the people.
He did on the Discord.
Yeah.
Join the Discord.
I'm not convinced he was being 100% sincere when he said that. It felt like he was deflecting and trying to convince people not to use it for him. Oh, because Stormy said someone did talk to him about it. It was something about it being an insult, and he adopted it on his own. Maybe. I feel like we've just scratched the surface of JB.
Well, yeah, and especially at what happened last episode.
I know. That was so good. Now there's 2 characters named Sin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I did like that. I wasn't expecting that.
I said it in chat that stream, but I've always pictured Sindar. When we first did the Regulus campaign with the gods, Sindar Will likened her to Luisa from Encanto.
Oh.
And now, like, that's all I picture. But then I also picture Alona Meyer now from the Olympics as, like, I would fan cast Alona as Sindar.
Yep. That's who we asked to play.
Yeah.
I love
just like a woman who you're like, wow, what a woman.
Yep.
Like, they could pick me up and throw me over their shoulder and...
The description was very much that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have loved that. Silently, other people take away from them. Wasn't letting it define him. Yeah, we have to get in the JB lore. Maybe we go to his hometown. We'll investigate. Well, it's so funny, like, after doing such a long campaign, since y'all were Nightmare Crew for 3 years, to be so early on and have so many unknowns when after being with characters who everything had been, like, so built up over a long period of time.
Yeah.
It really blows my mind how much we don't know.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. But that's why I get, like, wow, I wish we could play more than once a week because there's so many things that I want to know.
Yeah, it's like you only get to read a chapter a week.
Yeah, and that's why that doesn't work for me. That's why my sleep schedule's always messed up. I'll stay up until 2 a.m. reading a book. So now I can't read before bed.
Ava's cozy.
No, I love tinfoil hat theories.
Yeah, the tinfoil hat stuff in the stream spoilers section has been so good.
For people
wash my hands.
for people who love tinfoil hat theories, I won't say what it is, but we're gonna have some cool merch very soon. For people who love tinfoil hat theories and are obsessed with some of the new tidbits we've been getting, but like us, have no idea what's going on. It's okay, Ava. Like, I am happy that Lenore doesn't really know what's going on because I, Rachel, have no idea what's going on. Okay, some of them are good at hiding their cards. It's true. Everyone's so mysterious. Everyone has a haunted past or a literal demon inside of them, in my opinion. And y'all also, I've noticed, like, in chat and on Discord, I have noticed so many things that I didn't notice. And I actually haven't seen all of the first Regulus miniseries, sadly, which helps me maintain my accurate confusion. Really, I play my character, so I play so does yeah. Because I'm like, this is okay because I in character can have this explained to me. Except for new merch. Oh, that's perfect. We'll make sure it's there. It should be there soon.
What?
I think. The new merch, Alpha was saying. They'll be traveling and can save on shipping. Do a bulk order. Get it all at once.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I'm gonna... These are as many petals as I think I need for the lily pad when I do it.
Uh-huh.
And once they're dry, can glue them in to make the flower. Right now they just kind of look like tongues. I just realized, but
She just
Eva.
reached one paw out to you. Come here, baby girl. You can sit on my lap now.
trust the process. You know what I mean? It'll all go like this, stacked to make a flower. Maybe. If not, you'll see a very empty frame next time. Thanks, Eva.
Should we do a little lick?
No, I don't want her to lick the clay with my arm. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Is there anything else we wanna?
I'm gonna stop right now because I feel like if I
Yeah.
keep going, I will be here for another 3 hours.
Yep.
So I'm just like down to chill and chat for a little bit.
It's one of those crafts.
Yeah, it really is. Once you start.
I can't believe it's been over 2 hours.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Time flies when you're doing a cutesy cozy craft.
I know, so we're gonna paint these, but then for the next one, you'll have to do the adding to the gods. Tarot cards.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do that one until they're revealed though. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
can't
have
jump
to
the gun
wait.
there.
Oh, about the door. Yes, she did open the door
Oh,
to
I wonder-
leave.
Has it gone away or is it still there? Hello?
We also don't consistently have the door open or closed because we want Ava to come in and out.
Yeah.
Oops, I almost stuck my finger in the tea.
Is that the first time it's happened? This music is a vibe.
First time in the stream? Okay. As you were walking in. That might be it, because we open and close the doors, people go in and out, but we also kind of leave it open for Ava, so maybe we just need to keep the door closed. It's been 2 hours. It might have happened when our tea service came in.
Yeah.
We were so lucky.
I have this idea that you know how Vanity Fair does actors on actors? I
Mhm.
want to do DMs on DMs, and I want to put Woody and Will. They won't be in an actual room together, but I want them to talk to each other and do like a cute little stream where they just talk about their DMing styles. I think it would be really cute.
I would love that. Because they're different in wonderful ways,
Mm-hmm.
but both like really want to create that fun space for us to be heroes and feel really good about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Not that I feel really good about what we're doing now.
I feel good about it and like we're having fun. I feel bad about it and I think we're the bad guys. I think we're doing something wrong.
Yes. That's how it is. I'm like, I'm having a great time. Do I think we're the heroes in this story? Maybe not.
I wonder how long it'll be until we get like the news on what Sentinel is, what gods are on,
Yeah.
what's happened. I think it'll
Yeah.
be, we'll just get it, we'll get drip fed it. These crumbs, we'll get crumbs.
Yeah. Well, can I share what I think?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I didn't
We should
know.
say, we don't know.
We don't know. I don't know anything. I barely know what I'm doing. And my character's been like that for 5 years or more. time is weird. I think Sentinel is kind of on the same vibe that Lenore is, of trying to bring all the gods back. Like, clearly with Smythe, and like they're like, we're doing this. I feel like they're trying to like control how it happens. Maybe they don't want to bring all of them back, but like I think they're trying to open up, make that easier. So I think they're going to be aligned with Lenore, but not aligned with you, obviously. And I'm not sure how it aligns with what I call the demon inside Alice. So I feel like we're going to be put increasingly into positions where what we as individuals want is in conflict.
Which is spicy.
It is spicy.
Inter-party conflict.
Because it's fun. It's fun to have those hard conversations.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm kind of like, I think I'm like Sentinel. And now they hate us.
Yeah, Kyle came in today when we were setting up the stream and he's like, I think we're supposed to be with Sentinel, but we're not.
We've just made some choices that have made that not possible.
The characters don't think they're supposed to be.
We literally, I think it was before, you guys heard this earlier, it was before I joined, of the like trust in Sentinel.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
Seek the heralds, trust in Sentinel.
And we didn't.
She's really staring into you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I can't fight you. I'll ruin your beautiful thing.
Like, it's okay. My mom's gonna give me a bath tomorrow anyway.
That's true, I could. But I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to lick this. I feel really good about this.
I do think eventually things are going to boil over and there's going to be a big inter-party conflict. I hope so. I love inter-party conflict. I love it with this group of people because I feel very safe to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel very safe with y'all in chat that you understand that we are not our characters and we're just, we're playing the wants and desires of the characters we've built.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I, as Rachel, did not make you cry this week.
You did not. Not at all.
That was difficult for me.
Ugh. You did not make me cry.
I wanted to, like, get up and come around the table, but it was like, I'm not allowed to do that right now.
Story. There's a whole episode titled Trust in Sentinel. We know, Stormy. We know.
Oh my god, it was the title.
We know.
We've messed up. But I like actions have consequences. It's like, I don't know if you heard this going to school for theater. I always heard this in college. Like, no one wants to come see the play about the day nothing happened.
Yeah, or like, yeah, everyone loves a hero on a journey or somebody on an arc.
A flawed hero.
Yeah.
An anti-hero. Agatha all along.
Gotta watch it.
Loki. Like,
Oh, Loki. Oh,
so good.
yeah.
But you want that change, or you want them to succeed. I also think that's why people really like Sinov.
Because she's so wrong about so many things, and they're like, one day she'll figure it out. She's got to.
She's wrong and strong, and it's like very rewarding to watch her, as you're portraying it, like really portraying that struggle with conflicting ideas. And that's very rewarding, rather than just being given this like perfectly made character.
Yeah.
And I think everyone is showing that with their characters for this.
At first I wanted the character to already have gone through this journey of like realizing that their beliefs are not like they're very limited and they're limiting to them.
Yeah.
But then I was like, but that's not interesting because that's happened off the screen.
Yep.
And so we rewound a bunch. Not to say that I don't know if like Sinov will
She might not be
realize that.
convinced.
But for the initial idea was like, oh yeah, she's left this like cult and she's, you know, but she's healed already from it. And I was like, well then what the fuck?
What's
What's interesting about that? And then I was like, oh, what if she thinks God talks to her and there's only one God? And that was far more compelling for me as a player to explore.
Well, and it gives great responsibility to everyone else of like to convince you.
Yeah.
To convince Sinov in a way that makes sense. There we go.
fur.
Fun with that.
The imprint of your fur in the clay. I was just moving it, little girl.
And I think everyone has that. We got to see like JB struggle with kind of like that storm.
Mm-hmm.
We all have obviously seen Ayla struggle.
With everything.
We're still learning about what Bumble's struggles are. But yeah, I don't know. It's really rewarding to like convince another person's character or something and to go on that journey with them. So I'm very happy with where you rewound her development too.
Yeah. Who knows where she'll develop. But yeah, it's definitely, it's better to have somebody who's like in want of something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's active or, you know, conscious or subconscious.
When we all sent Will our character ideas, he probably was like, oh my god.
Hot mess of people.
They're all doing it.
He loved it, though. He was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a messy bitch who loves drama.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it was fun because we knew even before we had fully created the characters, I told you last year the only way I would consistently be in this campaign was if we were siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as we work that out, it can be whatever it wants to be as long as our characters are siblings.
So that gives you a reason to come and go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted it to work with my real life, but I also miss playing D&D.
It's a good motivator to get real life done so you can go play D&D.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so energized on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it takes me so long to get to sleep at night. I don't know how you all feel in the chat, but it takes me so long to wind down after a stream because I'm just thinking about everything.
Yep.
And we like have like a little chat every night after and like, you know, celebrate everybody and talk things through. But it is the one thing I miss about the online aspect of it is that we could like stay online and it wasn't like such a hassle to get home because we were already home.
Yeah.
It was like now we have like a conversation and we clean up and stuff, but then people gotta get home because late.
Well, yeah, because sometimes we do go so late.
Yep.
We all worked around that shit when you were so green.
Tangerine says, it feels nice to support a sort of morally ambiguous character for once, not worry so much about right and wrong. Just let the story carry us away. Yeah. You know, there's like a whole conversation I saw it on TikTok about like how people were getting mad when authors would represent like the uglier parts of our world, like people being gaslighty or like people who are more morally ambiguous, like, and they were mad at the author for doing that, and it was like, no, that's, you have to represent that stuff, like, because the characters can go on a journey, or like, they may be the villain, and I'm not talking about like essay or anything like that, but just like stuff, like kind of like the ugly, grittier side of things is part of the story, and just because they put it in their story doesn't mean they're condoning it.
No, it's just representing a slice of life.
Yes. Yeah.
That is happening.
Yeah, and like Sonova's very morally gray and dealing with, because I think she's been raised in a place that was morally confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
Until she's not.
And I think that's why, even though they were obviously raised in the same way, for Lenore being raised in that very like morally confusing way, being an educator within it, and then being dropped elsewhere, taken out, and then just been like, this is the right thing to do, and just told what it is, so just following it without really putting a lot of thought into what you're doing. Like, and I feel like it's like with real siblings, where you're like, we grew up the exact same way, how are we so different?
Me with Woody and his cleanliness.
Like, it happens, and obviously, this is a lot more dramatic than our real life sibling relationships and how we're different, but the things that happen to you as an adult are just how you react to the same situations, whereas, like, with Sonove, taking what happened with how they grew up, which is very much a cult, and saying, like, they're just kind of wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Not they're fully wrong, and then Lenore's full, like, rejection of that. I'm just like, it's super realistic to siblings in this very fictionalized way.
Yeah. And realistic to like people who get out of like intense religious or culty environments. Like some of them are like very much like complete opposite. And some of them are like, well, some of it was good. And some of it is good. There's just like parts of it that aren't. And
yeah.
it's delightfully messy. Delightfully chaotic.
So I hate waiting a week between because I would just do this every day.
Yeah.
If I could. And it's really nice. And Tindri said it's real and relatable in an approachable, fictionalized way.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like the parts of D&D that echo our real life. Obviously, so much of it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But that inter-party conflict and like the struggles with what the characters believe, I think is always very rewarding.
Yeah. Oh, I just feel safe having inter-party conflict with you. With all y'all.
Thanks.
Yep.
It was so spoiled.
Tangerine says coming from a... Oh, wait. They also said, I think the way y'all have worked around the issue with Lenore is so creative. I love it. It also, gives Will more moments to, drop lore and drop, things about you.
It does, and it was something I had told him a long time ago. I said, I'm going to be Hannah's sibling. I'm going to be from the same place she is. I'm going to have been cast out of it. I know that for sure, and I know that I want to play a cleric. I've never played a cleric. I'm very excited about it. But in real life, above table, I need to be able to leave at a certain time, and I don't know if I'll be able to play consistently, rather than someone Jaegering the character, even though I trust everyone to do that. Rather than someone doing that for me all the time, I would just like to make a way narratively for her to go in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And he just immediate response, I have the god for you. It was just I know exactly how this is gonna work, and it was really cool to build up. And kind of he explained everything, and then I naturally just was I'm leaning towards treating gods like people, or I want this kind of compelled cleric versus the devout one, which is very fun in juxtaposition to yours.
Yeah, like a cleric against her will.
Yeah, and I'm doing this, it's a job. This is a person I have to deal with, not this deity that I admire, even though she's come to understand why he's doing what he's doing. But he immediately was just yep, but then went so much farther with it than I realized. I didn't know until very close to starting that Lenore was never gonna really be in control of where she was, and kind of the bamfing in and out of places is something that is totally up to V. It's not a power. When it started happening, I was oh, maybe I'm gonna
be able to control it.
Yeah,
and
Dimension Door and really go far places all the time, which would be way too OP at this point.
Maybe later though. That would be cool.
It would be cool. There's a bunch of stuff about the tattoo and the whip that is yet to be revealed on me.
You don't know?
I don't know, Rachel.
Okay.
But I know, how certain things have different states, the farther you go in a campaign, the ascendant, the different things. Will has let me see on a document that there's the names for different levels, but I can't see what happens.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Which I do love, because as I say all the time, I personally Rachel not knowing things that Lenore doesn't know, because then I get to really enjoy live lore drops at the table, which is why I constantly have my mouth open. Did Hannah know that you were gonna play your sister? Yes. You just didn't know when I was coming.
Yes, yeah. I think you told me make a layout and have it ready. That's what you said.
But then I said, oh, I think I'll come next week. That was very fun.
Yep.
But yeah, we had decided to be siblings before Nightmare Crew ended.
Yeah.
And we've spent many evenings together naming all of our siblings and
building the cult,
how we grew up, what we each knew about each other, but then not sharing with each other what has happened to each other since. So we could have those moments of do you still like this? Are you like this? Because I can't imagine not seeing my actual sister for this amount of time.
Yeah, that would be wild. Well, and there's a tidbit about time and how much time has actually passed. Because there's been some discrepancies in the Twitch chat, and so what's the truth?
I don't know if anyone's noticed, I have a bracelet that's made of watch faces that my mom gave me a long time ago, and it's kind of my Lenore bracelet.
Oh,
I wear it on my left hand also to remind me that's where the tattoo is. Lenore is left-handed because I'm not, but I have my it's just the watch faces. And I always wear my friendship bracelet for Desi.
Yeah, I love the friendship bracelets. Thank you so much for those.
Fabulous.
What's going on here, kid?
yeah, it was really fun to plan together. Because I've never planned a character with someone.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was so fun. The like building of the cult was so fun because it was literally us. I'm sure we'll visit the cult, so I don't want to give too much away. But it was us being like, let's do
We have to.
the greatest hits of the worst decisions humanity's made.
Put them all in one.
But then like parts of the cult, we were like, let's make this good.
Yes, a lot about consent, a lot about like different educational things that
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I would want that in schools.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there has to be good things. Not everything is like 100% terrible.
no, because otherwise, why would people be drawn to it?
Yeah, so like, you know, if I got seeing them, thank you, Stormy. We love receiving anything, and I love receiving a bracelet I can wear all the time.
What are you doing?
Because I miss Desi, but it's been really fun to play a moody girl.
A moody girl.
A moody
Yeah.
girl.
It's been fun to not play a moody girl. Well, she's moody, but
Mm-hmm.
different than Lilith.
But you did it, yeah, it's just because you did that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still miss my badass girl sometimes, but I also really love Sinov, and it's fun to just play a character that is so different
Mm-hmm.
from her. And fun to play like a not smart character.
Well, there's the humor in that. Like, you have to be very smart to play like the dumb kind of humor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I think on one of our YouTube reels, the conversation between Sinov and JB where they're like, aren't all oceans just one ocean? Somebody on like commented and was like, what are they teaching people in schools these days? It's like,
Because it's so clearly a real conversation.
yes, yeah. I was like, sir, the joke has gone over your head.
You're on the wrong side of YouTube.
Yep. How did you find us?
A Lenore bracelet. Thank you. I would love a Lenore bracelet.
Oh yeah, they did make them before you joined the stream. You were
Yeah.
busy. You were a little busy.
I was a little busy. And then also it had to be narratively right. Like, Will told me forever ago, I was like, I want to join, do we want it to be a surprise or not? And he was like, oh, there's gonna be like cultists chasing Sinov. And then like he described it like that anime style entrance to the suddenly you're just there. And I was like, I don't even know why I ask. I know Will is gonna do something really cool.
Yeah. The more I watch Jujutsu Kaisen, the more I'm like, a lot of this is based off of JJK.
Yes.
And Woody called me the other day and he was like, you should watch Hunter x Hunter too. Also because we were just talking about like the kinds of animes and storytelling that I like.
Yeah.
Because there's some animes that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I know I wouldn't like the Attack on Titan. Just because the
No, I
world
don't
is
think you
so
would.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were talking about why I love Full Metal Alchemist, and like the layers of storytelling there, or like Blue Eye Samurai and the layers of storytelling there, and like the point of views that it gives. And so Woody was like, you should watch Hunter x Hunter because I think that would scratch a similar itch for you. And then he got on the subject of how like a lot of Regulus also feels like Will's love song to Hunter x Hunter.
I need to watch it because I haven't watched it, but I'm a big fan of JJK.
Mm-hmm.
I fully watched the show all the way through a while ago, and I've been rewatching episodes occasionally. I have not read because I know it's like done. It's out, the manga.
Of
JJK.
Yeah.
I've not started to read it. I want to. I'm also afraid. I am very sad when things are over.
Mm-hmm. Me with Kingdom of Ash. Rachel has been for months telling me to finish Kingdom of Ash, and because of ADHD and because I'm in denial about finishing the book, I have like 200 pages left and I won't read any more of it.
And I finished it in the beginning of August.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 months.
Yeah, I think I've read like 5 other books. But
Which is so fine. You'll get to it at some point. It's been years, have not watched the last like 5 episodes of BoJack Horseman because it was one of my favorite shows. And I remember when it came out and I was just kind of so like, no, it's not over.
It's never
So
over.
it's not over for me. I've never seen
You still got, at some point you can watch them when you're ready for it to be over.
I know, and it's just like that avoiding, that denial. I really do get it. Question. End of book 1, are you sure book 2? You can pick a week or 2 with possible Bards of New York. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if it's like end of book 1 necessarily. We've got to hear for. I don't know. Did Will say end of book 1 or just?
Was this at the end of the stream?
I remember he said. Maybe it is end of book 1. We've been likening it to if you've played Dragon Age Inquisition, you play a portion of the game, and then you and the entire party and all of like the soldiers and advisors that you're with move locations.
Same as Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, similar.
There's like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
But it's less. It doesn't. It's earlier in the game than like.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate is such a long game.
I still haven't finished it.
You should. Have you met Orin?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah. I've gotten like well into Act 3.
Okay, good.
Have not finished it.
But yeah, it's like you go from Haven to Skyhold is the name of the place that you end up going.
Okay.
And so we were likening it to like, like the Copper Legion is Haven. And so we're going somewhere else now.
He also probably didn't expect you guys to quit the Copper Legion so soon.
That was not my decision. No.
He said next week would be the last episode of the season.
I don't think it'll be the last episode of the season.
But it's
for
like
sure.
this beat.
Yeah, we would have had like a larger conversation as the Bards about that, but it might be the end of like this story arc. It's the beginning of the next arc, kind of like in Nightmare Crew when like there's a definitive shift between after we go to like before we go to the well and after we go to the well in terms of what's going on. That's my guess is more of what it is. It's just like a energetic shift, maybe.
Oh, yes, a tonal change.
Yes.
I completely agree. Sam the Cat Mom said it is the beginning of the final chapter arc of book 1, not the last episode. Because this is a big turning point that I wasn't expecting.
Me neither. I was good to fucking chill until that jester person tried to murder one of us in our sleep.
And like, I don't think y'all have not anticipated what Will has thrown at you, and I don't think Will had anticipated how everyone would react to it, which makes it extra fun. It's been very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he knew that it was gonna be like the end of this arc so soon. But it's a tonal shift, which is also very similar to JJK. You just got to a part where you were like, oh, this is what the show is like.
When what's-his-face takes the big sleep. Yeah. Well, that was more of like they did me dirty in the intro sequence, because in anime, like intro sequence is so nice because you get to see all the characters who you're usually going to meet or you have met. And so I was like, oh, cool. Like I see them. They're part of this school. Great. No. Fucking liars.
And that's how you know the tone of the show.
Yeah. Nobody's safe. It's like when they killed Ned Stark.
And that's not a spoiler if you haven't seen that. It's
been
too
a
long.
while. It's been a while.
It's been too long.
Peach, I just got home from work. I'm shocked y'all are still going. How's it been going so far? It's great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Hold up your mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Got these cute little mushroom fans. We have a little field.
Yeah, they're cute. They're gonna look so good on the wall, and I'm excited to paint them.
Yeah, we'll do a painting day.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see if Will or someone, because Will likes to paint.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He doesn't have as much time anymore.
He does
but
not.
He likes to paint.
He does not. Yeah, we can see who. Do you think Kyle could be trusted to paint? No.
Yes. Is Kyle watching?
Kyle could just be here for a vibe too.
Yeah. He can serve tea. And we're also painting these like solid colors with then like little accents. So I'm gonna confidently believe in my husband's ability.
Or he can just come for the vibes.
Or you can come for the vibes. We can't all be the crafty ones.
No, we cannot. We cannot.
I can't do accents. You know what I mean? We balance each other out.
Only one accent can live in my head at a time. Woody and Will too, like they can like do so many accents right off the top of their head, and I really like I have to have one accent in my head, maybe two. Otherwise they start to bleed together. And that's just always how my brain has worked.
That's okay.
Even with like IPA and stuff.
I only have what I sound like in my head.
But we have an in-world reason why you don't sound like Sanov.
We have an in-world reason. I remember when you were so kind and you were like, I'm doing a Southern accent and I know you're from the South. And I was like, it ain't me.
I was going to do a Northern English accent from like Manchester, but I thought I would like make it easier so that you. So I was like, well, of these two accent choices that I have,
Yeah.
I bet Rachel could probably do this one.
And I love your belief in me. And it is something I did grow up around, but I do not have. And I think I specifically said I only have a Southern accent when I say Vidalia, because that's the only way you can
Vidalia.
say that onion. And that's it. There's no other way to say it, but no other words do I have a Southern accent. I have some Southern vocabulary, and that I say y'all and some of the pronunciations of things, but I didn't have an accent.
Yeah.
Because I grew up there, but my parents didn't.
I feel like y'all is like transcended Southern. Like,
Oh, yes, because it's excellent.
yeah, it's great. There's no gender to it. It's smooth, you know. There's no like sharpness to the word. It's
Yep.
just it's very nice.
Peach said Southern is so cute for Sano.
Thank you. Be excited to see how Will plays all of the people back home for
Our
Sonoma
10
North.
other siblings.
Our 10 other siblings.
I want it to all be like slightly different, like counties of Georgia accents. And I also think it's really fun because some of the things that Sanov says is so out of pocket, but it's in like this nice Southern accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why I think it's so enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
And it's also, it is what I grew up with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To a T.
Yep. Yeah. Pulling from real life.
The hospitality kind of vibe. But it's aggressive hospitality. It's hospitality that you're in trouble if you say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't say no to Sano.
No. She's like the kindest bully.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna convince everyone to do.
Persistent.
And that was another thing with like me creating. So I wanted somebody, because Lilith didn't believe in any kind of god
Right.
and didn't believe in herself until like the very end, right? That was part of her journey, was like trusting that she was as capable as the people around her. I wanted to play somebody who like believes in themselves, believes that their god is an awesome god, and like just like has so much faith in everyone around her.
Yeah.
That like this is all gonna work out because I just know. Because I think that's also nice for me as Hannah to like explore the mindset of somebody who maybe is, I think Sano sometimes does it to a fault. But I as Hannah am closer to Lilith's like not believing in myself a lot, you know, counting myself out for things. Whereas like I wanted to explore the mindset of somebody who wouldn't ever consider that. Would be like, oh, of course, like I haven't failed at anything in my life.
That's
like
the
everything will
phrase
work
that
out.
I love.
Yeah.
I actually want that like really tiny in a girly pop font, like on a t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't failed at anything in my life.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Put it in the merch channel.
I think it'd be really cute, but I love Sanov's confidence because her confidence is like to the level that it is dangerous. You know, it's the thing where like you as a player are sitting and you're like, ooh, that's the interaction where I walk up to in the game and it's like, you're not qualified for this, like go level up and come back. And Sanova's just like, of course I can do that.
Yeah.
And I will make everyone else do it too.
Yep.
And it's the confidence to a fault.
Yeah.
But it's really fun.
Yeah, that would be, that's a good, I think we did it maybe once with Nightmare Crew, but like, what is your fatal flaw? What's your character's fatal flaw? That would be a good.
RP warm-up
Yeah.
question. Maybe at like the start of the next arc.
Yeah, because that's like a heavy one. And it depends on the session and like what I kind of know what we're doing, what RP question we do, or like what batch of RP questions I give you to choose from. Because some of them just aren't the vibe for like getting into the moment.
Well, that's why I said, I think I messaged the other day and I said, it's not good for tonight. But at some point, I want the RP warm-up question to be, would your character read over someone's shoulder on a subway? Because
Yeah,
it's
that's
something
great.
that we talk a lot about in our house. I think it says a lot, and I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, and like how would they do that?
But it's a fun.
If they were caught, how would they react? Like what would they do?
Yeah. I think it's a fun one, but we've been having a lot of serious moments. So it's not like
Yeah.
how we should start it.
No. That's for like a. We'll find a good moment for it because that's a great one. Because it tells you a lot about a person. Like, not only would you do it, but then how would you extract yourself if you got caught? It's kind of similar to that like question I've asked once before, maybe twice before, of you need to get to the front of the line. How does your
Yeah.
character get to the front of the
How do they
line?
get to the front of the line?
Yeah.
I like it because it says a lot, and I know Lenore's answer would be different than my answer.
Because I know what Rachel does. I know what Rachel does on the subway.
Nothing wrong. And so it's just fun, like, in moments like that. Or, like, when we did the hold music thing, where I was like, you know, or the elevator music, the hold music for your character, where it is kind of lighthearted, but it does say a lot.
Yeah.
So it just, like, has to be the right episode for it. But Will's never gonna give us a beach episode.
But he loves anime. He loves a beach episode. Beach episode, you learn about the characters.
At some point.
At some point.
But we've just I'm not gonna say we. It's not my fault. It's not Lenore's fault. We, as a group, though, have been keep getting put into or putting ourselves into situations where, like, there are immediate consequences and immediate action has to be taken. So it's not like a nice, like, you did this thing for a day or two and now you can have a break. Because everything we do every day is setting off a chain reaction of consequences.
Yeah, we could have waited after the train debacle. We could have laid low for like 2 days, but
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
yeah, no. Peach says, I will say I love the RP questions every time. I'm glad you like them. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah.
And you put a lot of thought into it.
Sometimes I forget. I've been trying to be much better of like picking an RP question. I put a lot of thought into like the questions. I don't want it to just be like, if you were a Marvel superhero, what would your superhero be? Because like that doesn't tell you, that doesn't help you drop in as much as like other questions would. It doesn't tell you about like the psyche. It's a fun game, a fun thought experiment, but it's not like a drop in of any sort. But yeah, there have been a few times where Will turn to me during Nightmare Crew. Will would just like slowly turn to me and be like, "RP warm up question," and I'd be like, "Fuck," and then we'd be like about to go live.
And now I feel like you send them out kind of in the morning.
Yes.
And I, this past week, forgot to check the Discord.
Oh, I
And
didn't
that's
send
when
it
I was
out in the
sitting-
morning.
Okay,
so that was
good.
my bad.
Because I was sitting here and when y'all said it, and Kyle just looks and just saw the fear in my eyes. I'm just like, Rachel doesn't know what the question is.
But you because you were the first one, I didn't realize you didn't know because like you had a great answer and it was so true to Lenore of like what doesn't bother Lenore, what isn't her pet
Everything
peeve.
kind of, yeah, mostly Alice at this moment in time, which is, and I feel the need to constantly be like, I love John. And I remind John constantly.
But John, I think he loves that animosity. I know he loves that animosity.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It's a fun relationship
It's
to explore.
It is very fun. But because then I always talk to you about this, and so I've talked to him about it only a little bit of just like, because I didn't do all the acting training that you guys have all had when I first started playing D&D. I was like, I'm me. Like my first home game character is just me as an elf. And I love her so much, and it was very fun and like instrumental to me learning the game and like figuring out how to play D&D, and I love her and her panther and everything about beautiful Winona. But so then like playing in this way and being fully separated finally from the character that I made, there's moments where I'm like, oh no, I was mean to John. Or like when you were crying and I was Rachel, I'm just like, oh no, I don't want Hannah to cry. Because I'm still very new to having that separation of character. Because there'd be moments in our home game when we first started playing, I'd be like, Kyle, I'm really annoyed. And I shouldn't be annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm upset with like, it's not going well, or this is what's happening, and not having that separation of like, this is our characters interacting, and John and I would never speak to each other in this way. And that's why it is really fun though.
Yeah.
To be so mean to him.
Yeah, and like it's all from a state of play,
Yes.
and not a state of like harm. You're just playing.
One day we might be friends.
I
Who knows?
kind of ship Lenore and Alis. I'm not lying. That's like one of my big ships is Lenore and Alis.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I kind of ship everyone with everyone except for any of Will's characters with Alis. But
Not allowed. Illegal.
yes, yep, illegal.
I can't wait for at some point, and I have no idea how far in the future this would be, but I have to imagine at some point we will meet Alis's sister, and then the brothers will be sitting here playing sisters. You know?
That'll be so cute.
I was thinking about that this morning.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like thinking about when we hopefully at some point maybe meet all of our family, and poor Will has to play
all of our
the
siblings.
kids. Which he did though for the at the farm.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like 15 people.
Yeah, somebody in chat said that Lenore and Sanove's family is like the cursed version of the Welby family.
That's fair.
That is very true.
We won't save them all.
Wait till we've like the younger ones I still think we need to like define, but the older ones, especially in the middle children around Sanove, we've like defined as like who is a tough hang and who isn't, who's like an easier hang.
Yeah.
So it'll be quite interesting.
But little ones, they're too young.
Yeah,
We can save them, it's fine.
or just kidnap them.
I tried to do that to you. Didn't work.
It didn't work.
Which we've alluded to, so that's not like a
Yes,
a
it's not a spoiler. Oh, we've missed. Oh, Peach is red?
I didn't know that.
Hi.
Well, Red, this mushroom frame is for your thinker art.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I don't know if you can see it now because of Ava's chair, but we have it right here.
Watching all the crazy stuff that happens and all the chain reactions and how busy everyone is on the stream makes me so confused about what to do when there's downtime in the game I play in. Like, I guess we just go back to the tavern. I mean, there's so many things to do, like, on a downtime stream. I always find it's, like, a really good time for, like, some great role play. Or, like,
Yes.
something goofy. Like, there was, like, a pillow fight in Nightmare Crew at one point with...
Yeah, because they summoned the like giant bed because we were
Yeah.
all sleeping in the catacombs.
Yeah.
I was there for that. That was so much fun.
Or the Goblinton episode or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun. I feel like you don't know what to do, but it will reveal itself, and then it will be tasty.
And that's so unplanned.
Yeah. Lenore's so real. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is in reference to.
Just
but
like your realness.
it's the vibe.
What a good actor you are.
Oh, thank you.
I also ship everyone with everyone. We know Tangerine.
Yeah.
That was so hilarious in this last Wednesday's chat when you were just like everyone who was talking, Tangerine would be like, I ship them. And then it got to a really bizarre one where you were like, guess what, guys? I ship them, and it was just so funny.
Well, everyone, anything would be satisfying. The like friends to lovers, enemies to lovers, like there's just a lot of things about it that would be very enjoyable to watch if it does develop in that way.
Mhm.
And we're so far at the beginning of all these people getting to know each other. It's just very exciting to be like in the future you'll be able to say, I called it.
Mhm.
Because you've called them all.
Yeah.
You like covered your face.
You've placed bets on every single thing you can place a bet on, so you'll
Yeah.
win regardless.
So like you'll be right no matter what. Except for the worm facts. Not worm facts.
No.
I'm not okay with that.
No.
Lenore calls Sin Little Bluebird, my heart breaks.
Oh.
That is, I don't know if we've talked about the reason for that.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know. Or no, I think we might have said that. I was like, of the 12 siblings, Sonova is the only one with blue hair.
Yeah.
And you were understandably the most chatty of all 12.
Sonova was not built to live in that cult. She was built different.
She was built different. It's a good thing she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And that was something we talked about a lot before of like little things we'd have. And I was like, I'm going to have a nickname for you. And I'm just going to let you know what that is. Because that is what an older sibling would do.
Yeah.
I think I ran it by you. Just to make
Yeah,
sure
you
it wasn't
asked, and
something
I was
you
like,
were
it's fine. Yeah, that's
averse.
great.
Yeah. I didn't want you to be like, I really hate that because of this reason.
Yeah. Actually, she hates birds.
Yeah.
No, I think we also talked about because the symbology of the cult is related to birds.
It is.
And so, like, to call her little bluebird, like, made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it tracked.
Yeah, but
With
it's
everything.
still cute. Because there's certain things about the culty growing up that, like, they can't shake necessarily.
No.
I will be right. She needs to be free of the cage like Stella. Red.
She was built to start her own cult. Yeah, that's what she thinks. Yeah.
You're gonna be the leader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about Soul.
That, not expecting that whatsoever. I don't think Will was expecting. This happens so often when Will and I role play with each other, as we just like start throwing shit at each other, and then it like just continues to grow. I don't think either of us were expecting that moment. I think I told you, like, I wasn't expecting Katari to come with us last session.
Yeah.
I thought I was just gonna leave her a note and peace and just like untie her.
Oh, and I sitting here had to, like, I know what happened at the end of last session, but then I was sitting here and I had that moment when I realized that she was gonna be with everyone, and obviously I came in later, was hard, and I was just like, I don't know that something bad had happened. Last I knew, we were planking.
Yeah, we were having a really gay plank off.
Yeah. Which I didn't expect at all.
It was great.
I didn't expect it all, and I was like, yeah, we're friends, and like Snove likes you more than she likes me right now, so I'm a little jealous. And then I'm just trying to go get a meal and I'm gone. So then like seeing her there, I was like, this makes total sense to Lenore, but everyone is upset. And I don't know
She's like, oh
why.
hey, nice.
Yeah, and she's kind of used to being out of the loop, but like really out of the loop here.
There was no like, why is she here?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, I think, like, she's one of your friends.
Hey, look at you playing your character. See, you are an
doing
actor.
it.
You are
I'm
an
doing
actor with a capital A.
Thank you. It's evolved. It's definitely gotten easier.
Angeline says, in all seriousness, I know we've touched on this, but Sinov bringing what she knows from her childhood and trying to make something good out of it is so real. Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully it's something good.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I've been scared of
It's okay
Stella.
to be scared of Stella since she started bald
We're
and
very
scarred.
afraid of Stella.
I made Stella as a guardian in Baldur's Gate recently, and it was terrifying because you can do the scars where it's like all over their head, and I was like,
Yeah.
and gold eyes, and I was like, oh, it's Stella. Hello.
That's so scary, actually. I was not expecting what happened last episode. I feel like everyone is live. But I was not expecting Will to tell me what he did about Stella. Yeah, in the book. I was not expecting that at all. Because like we truly don't know a lot.
No,
about
we do
Stella.
not. We have no idea. I told Will, and this is, I can tell you this. I told Will, Sinov, that their cult follows a god, thinks that there is only one god. And Sinov thinks this person in the book is that god. And I don't want to know anything else. And he was like, cool. Great.
Will's favorite
Yep.
thing to hear. Don't tell me anything else.
Perfect.
Just do whatever you want. And it's
Slay.
working out so interesting. Like to the point where like we're spending a crazy amount of time out of game just being like, I wonder if it's this.
Yeah.
I wonder if it could be this. Do you think
Yeah.
it's that?
Yeah.
Which is
Now-
very fun.
Now I feel like I know even less because, you know, some people thought it was La. Some people thought it was maybe Ishtava. Some people thought, like, La was fucking with Ishtava. Because there's still that, like, phoenix in the dreams that I can't, I'm confused
And I
about.
didn't know it would, like, I thought it was going to be a different bird.
I thought it would be cardinal.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be cardinal.
And then, like, it could be just different. It could be a completely new god. We don't know. But then last episode, what was revealed, it's just like, well, what the fuck? What is it?
I was so mad. I was like, we're just getting to a good place.
Can it be anyone else?
Yeah.
It was
that
good.
felt so real. Like for being as Lenore and hearing that of just kind of like, because I know what has happened over the past however many years, possibly 5 or more. I was just like, this is like the one thing she won't do for you. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have to figure it out, and we'll figure it out as time goes on.
Yeah.
But I just loved, like, and I feel like I'm gonna watch it back because I need to make sure that, like, I write everything down. Because it's so hard when you're really in the moment for these lore drops, and it's so interesting. I'm like, I can't take notes on what exactly is being said.
Yeah.
So going back and seeing what's said, I'm like, I feel like I would be able to see Will's, like, satisfaction or smile from surprising us. And it's just so nice because, and that's why every time I join the stream, it's a surprise. It's just so fun to surprise people. So I get it. I do not blame him. He's playing 5D chess with us.
Yeah, he is. He is, and I'm very grateful for it. I love how many secrets Will is keeping about everyone's characters. It's so much fun, Nyla and I talk about it a lot. Yeah, it is really fun. It's fun. Oh, I think I talked to him about it, and maybe you about it. It's fun that we feel safe enough that, like, we can keep secrets from each other, and Will can keep secrets from us, and we trust. Like, I'm letting you take this information, and I trust that we're gonna tell a story together. And that's big, and that's taken years to build.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's great.
We all been playing D&D together for so long.
The first campaign I played with John, our characters fundamentally disagreed about a thing, and I ended up beating the shit out of it because I was playing a barbarian. And I'd, like, known John as Will's brother, but had never, like, spent any physical time with him. I'd only, like, talked to him over Zoom. And it was, like, a true test of, like, oh, yeah, we're still friends. Like, this is D&D. And it was really nice. But, like, that, it's still, like, built. And I feel like John and I are even better players now together than we were back in, that was, like, 2019.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things I thought, and it was really fun because our characters are very good friends in our home game. That's why I thought it'd be so fun to be siblings.
But not be good friends.
But not be good friends. But also to have that different dynamic that, like, brings you together because it is fun, and it was fun. Not that Lenore is, like, adversarial necessarily to, like, JB, but she's just standoffish with everyone. So it's also fun to be, like, a tiny bit adversarial or standoffish to Kyle, who's not someone I would ever do that with.
Yes.
And fun to have this, like, difficulty with you, but have that, like, history of relationship. It's just interesting because of the games we've played together. I know that we could be friends.
Yeah.
I know that we can get along and, like, do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, before we get there, let's put some roadblocks in the way, because that's more fun to navigate.
This is not the play where nothing happens.
It's not the play where nothing happens.
It's the play where too many things happen, and it hurts my brain.
But I love it. I love the pain. When I played my warlock in BG3, I made my guardian her patron, who's Anubis, but because there's no animalish race, I based him on the voice I have for him. That's just Bob Odenkirk. Hey! Not bad. Ooh, my cat just farted and coughed at the same time.
No.
I think the cat is supposed to implode. I think that's how science works. You and John as adversarial friends is so interesting and fun. It was fun.
Oh.
I think like Sinov and Alis are not on the same page.
Well, I think Sinov might think they could be, and Alis is just tolerating.
Sinov is like, I don't care if you think you're on a different page. I'm gonna make you come to my page.
You're reading my book.
Yes.
Yeah, I already have a copy for you, engraved.
Here's your name.
It's that vibe.
I put my last name on the end of your name. No.
I've already got you a monogram.
All of our ships are in the harbor. They are not. They have not set sail.
My personal favorite ship.
That's
fair. For me, is Rachel, not as Lenore. Probably kill Alis.
Yeah.
A fight has to happen at some point. I don't know if it will, but it could.
Yeah.
It would be very easy.
Be like a really, I imagine it on the deck of a ship, like in Fragile Threads of Power, when you have Kel and Lila like training on the ship.
Yes.
That's
exactly. Well, I mean, we have time while traveling, and it's a good way. It's something, and also in my headcanon for our younger siblings who were going into the, I don't know how much we've talked about it, so like going into more like physical jobs of like sparring, but while like expressing your feelings or frustration as a way to get it out. And I see that as like a potential useful tool for
Mhm.
helping people communicate.
Oh, like
Yeah.
like work out your shit physically and then
Yes, while
you can
talking
do
about it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because we, especially in the cult that Lenore and Sinope grew up in, like how divided people were in their training and their jobs and the type of thing they were meant to do.
Yeah.
I see that as like a sparring training exercise for that, whereas like what we were doing was very different.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the older siblings would have had that mindset, and that's how they work things out. And
Yeah.
now Lenore is in a very different place than she was in her like training and her work that she did prior. We're on the total other end of that now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah, it could happen. We'll see if we ever have
I
free
would
time.
love it. I would love to watch it.
Oh, yeah, it'd be really fun.
Let's see. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 9:30.
I know.
I could talk forever, but I feel like
How
we
did that
should
happen?
boogie on.
This might surprise y'all, but I do ship them.
I can't
I'm
wait to
so
see more of
shocked.
Lenore and V. Me too. Vikestar is one of my favorite gods. Just because he's like the moody emo. Like,
It works. It works really
can't
well.
resist a moody emo
Will could not-
boy.
Picked a better god for this situation.
Yeah. Should we? I mean, we will do another one of these very soon.
Yes, because we'll paint and we'll like glue all this, paint, put everything together.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably
Thank
on
you
a
for letting me
night
join you.
where you don't have to get up early.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm still adjusting to my sleep schedule.
So probably like a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah. I like a cozy weekend in.
Next week, we do have someone's
We have
engagement
plans.
party.
We do have an engagement party to go to.
Yeah, you might know them. But then maybe after, we'll find a time. We can maybe make it work. We can maybe make it work. Even
I'm
with our-
nearby.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
But it was really fun and I appreciate you letting me join you. And
I
thank
love
you
it.
guys for joining us.
It's better than sitting in my little like hovel hole, streaming by myself.
I was just gonna be embroidering.
Oh.
You know? So like it was
oh.
nice to still like craft and enjoy my evening.
Wait, okay. Let's see.
This one
let's
is
show
still
off the
sticky.
finished products before we
This
go
is
raid
actually
somebody.
almost dry.
That one, I love it. I love the grass.
Thank you.
I think it's gonna look really cool.
Yeah, I think when I paint it, it'll be a lot easier. I'll like it a lot more. And then we have, I cannot pick it up. I have petals drying in the beginning of a lily pad. And we have little snake scales for Kalias.
That's gonna look so cute.
Maybe we'll do like a metallic painting. And then we have
And then we have
the most mushrooms.
these big honking mushrooms.
I was so excited for you to paint those.
Me too. They turned out better than I thought. It was looking a little rough. It's looking.
It's about the journey.
Yep, it's about the journey. Art always looks like shit before it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah,
But
but
it's so relaxing.
yeah, and thanks everyone who came and joined us. This is I feel like this was a success, even though we had a little bit of a tech gremlin, but
Wouldn't be Bards without it.
would not be Bards without it. That's
Authentic.
part of our brand. I think Sherry one time made like a Bards starter kit meme.
Yeah.
And I feel like tech gremlins should be part of
I
that.
should have Tech Gremlins merch.
Tell Kyle. Somebody tell Kyle.
Quick. I know he's here.
He's now our new merch czar. I don't know. Merch
He just enjoys it so
wizard.
much.
Yeah, that's great. It
Yeah.
takes. I only now do it when I have a brain blast, and then I don't have to worry about it. It's
Yeah.
great.
Well, you just get so excited, but also it's been me going, Kyle, I would like to wear this. And then now we have a baseball tee.
Yep.
And he has some very exciting stuff that will be posted soon.
I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to raid. I'll go to the, we'll see you later screen. But I think we might go raid if Pip is still streaming. Her husband's streaming. We might go raid them because they're lovely people, good people, safe people. Really, really, really enjoy them. So show them some bony love. And then we will be back here on Wednesday for what I'm sure is going to be quite a lore-heavy episode, or we're gonna find some stuff out. I feel like.
Get your Bards notebooks ready.
Yeah, bring your tinfoil hats. We need to make like
And a
something
stress ball.
like a hat that says like my other hat is made of tinfoil or something like that.
Yes.
Cause that would be great.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the starting soon screen.
Love you all.
I love you all. Thanks for sharing your Saturday night with us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the Discord before we see you on Wednesday. Bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Oh God, how do I switch?
How do we end?
Oh no, hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
No, we're stuck here. This is where we live.
Bye.